I'm focused. I've been watching for the omens. I've been listening to everything you said. It's been running through my head, locked and loaded. I got the feeling that you know it. Yeah, I've only just begun. I won't stop until it's done, till you're broken. So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the lighter. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. Bigger they are, harder they fall.
We return to a raised arm. We've got an episode of sporadic, disjointed, unorganized movements from the group across the city. Ray in a standstill, stuck after the events of a battle, a priest of Hesperus and formerly a martyr, restoring him to his full HP. That's where we return. Oscar met up with his sister after finding that she had been gathering people, swiftly dealt with those people, and the finding as he returned to Leif and
you forgot the children he murdered.
Imric. They went over that very quickly.
He said he dealt with the people.
He dealt with the people.
So I feel like children are a big deal.
Caden, I'm trying to make the first few episodes not sound like a true disaster.
Literally less important.
Like a horror movie.
Oscar did not kill children.
No,
He
I definitely
did.
But I also killed the women and the men.
And the grandparents.
I don't know if you do this, but children can't make more children, but adults can.
So if anything, it's worse that I killed the parents.
Yes.
Children are allowed to die.
Anyway, Oscar returned to Leif, found that his sister was taken for unknown reasons by the Fojar and by the royal forces and by the Fixer, who had been spying on them in their abode before they had left to fight Vosk. Jonathan jumping off the giant bird that traveled across the city with Moki and with Moki's companion from Seratuni, Neoway. We got a lot to go through. We get all the way down towards Kingstock Keep before Moki finds, like Oscar found, a kind of half undead body trying to attack and trying to almost mindlessly move towards an area. Moki slayed in front of Oscar. He's turned into stone. And the ones that were witnessing that attack, when you bisected a former ally of theirs, they had realized to turn on them. They had led you back to the one safe spot, the Temple Courts, where defenses have been boarded, and the city has the few thousand people that are left in the northeasternmost part of the city are safe. There is only one functional stronghold that is known inside of the city, which is there, and it is at the furthest point, least centered in the entire area that you have been traveling through. Now you have left that. All of you have, and some of you don't even know that the Temple Courts exist, Cicero and Oscar, but you had all found the sound of Heron's flames burning bright into the sky, and you had culminated around that spot. Where you find Ray, where you find the priest of Hesperus healing Ray, and where you guys joined up, started to talk and communicate. Moki started to attack the air, swinging back as if something was trying to harm him, looking back and forth, looking disjointed and confused. And then Oscar released his fists into his body, causing a series of nerves to shut down, losing the grip of his weapon, the war axe, that's kind of a cracked, fragile-looking weapon, falls to the ground.
That was a mole.
It was a war axe, wasn't it?
No, it was holding a mole. The mace.
Oh, the mace. Oh.
Not cracked.
Cracked and damaged. The mace, the blood mace.
It's like a
Thank you,
style.
because I don't know where that other weapon went.
No worries, pal.
You realize, and as Mookie said those words, that he was Wukan, like an entity. Wukan. We all go into combat, but as Mookie is visibly frozen in front of you, you watch his eyes start to burn a bright red, just like Boss did. Mookie, I want you to roll me a d20 plus 11 on an attack against Oscar. This is a touch attack.
Got
So
it.
touch AC 4.
Last thing I did was raid, so I'm assuming this is just with my natural weapons.
This is with your eyes.
Oh, my eyes?
Plus 11
Fuck
with your
yeah.
eyes.
27.
Roll me 4d6. And that's the fire damage Oscar might take. Natural.
You fell. As Oscar,
Describe. Start combat.
as soon as you're about to release that,
And you've just pummeled him. You've pummeled his body. You are inches away from his face. He's not even looking down at you, and somehow you feel the heat above your head.
Oscar will match eyes with you and just under his breath say, "Don't even try it." And your body freezes again.
Mookie, in these few seconds, is still frozen. You will have one round to move your creature.
Just take him down as quickly as possible.
Just see my flesh bubble and morph as I was about to rage, but then you stunned me, and I still haven't seen what form to transform into. It's like, stun, -2 to AC, and I don't have my dex to AC.
And realistically, to you guys, this attack was kind of slightly foreseen because Mookie was acting weird about 6 seconds before the combat started.
Oh no, I still need that. This not for this.
Tradition soldiers are walking forward towards you, and I don't know who is actually looking back in their direction, but you're seeing a more casual pace as they walk forward. They're not exactly sure what's happening because Oscar's blows are small, quiet bursts of what sounds like a quiet thunder that's pummeled into your body, so it cushions the sound. There is noise, but it's not like breaking of bone sounds or anything like that. So they're not.
Your
They're not
suspect flesh just sort of trails behind.
they haven't really noticed what is happening to Loki's arms.
I'm gonna say.
I don't think
Did you just say Wukong is as fast as possible? Oh, okay. I'll walk here. I'm gonna use my acrobatics to enter your square. That's an attack of opportunity.
I'm stunned. I can't.
I know. That doesn't matter.
Do a backflip.
Okay. And what Loki said was, I am the owner of the Wukong, my spirit cannot be restrained.
His body is a useful vessel. His mind is weak, so I took it.
There we go.
Yeah.
But then it seems like his jaw, in the motion of being open, locks up, stiffens.
Then I'm gonna stab you inside the neck.
Cool. You're not using your 5-foot step to get closer, you're just kind of staying directly next to
I'm
him.
moving
You're moving back.
next
Okay.
to him. Into flanking with
Flanking with
Oscar.
Oscar. Yeah, I'm going to move that correctly.
And 16 hit you?
Yes. AC is 10.
Oh no, this is me using my swift action attack on you. This is my stand action attack.
Nice.
So that one hits anyway.
Did you have a snake attack on the previous one?
Yeah.
How much is that?
That was half of the damage.
Oh, okay.
You have 5 damage.
Sick. That's really good damage.
Total.
9.
How do you take
10.
5 damage on a snake attack?
What? It was 25 damage.
25, thank you. I hope 5.
Okay.
Can't roll that low with dice.
Definitely.
Also modifier.
Pretty out of damage. I had 5. So I had 20.
Sorry. 9, 16, 19, 25.
That's actively 7 dice, by the way, so literally can't roll 5.
32 points of damage.
30.
So 25, 32, 57. Killer. How does Mookie look, and what part? You just severing the knee? Like what?
So I stab him in the neck, And then I pull it out, and then I cut underneath his arm, so it would be hard.
Okay, yeah, like severing the tendons.
Then we'll do
My neck is half on, and my arm is half on at 40 HP.
Yeah, literally like severing the like Attack on Titan, splitting your jaw open.
Disorient, so you got a -2 to hit everyone and a -4 to hit me.
Okay.
That's end of my turn.
Now it's Oscar.
Okay, I'm going to do a flurry of blows. I'll use an extra key point to. Oh, you're not stunned anymore.
Okay.
I'm going to do 4 attacks.
So back to regular AC, which is like what, 13?
15.
15.
Okay, so this take is hits.
Used to be 17. I was like encrypted stuff to my daughter.
Is that 1? So what I miss?
Yep.
Roll this.
Hits. And third attack is 12 total.
I'm 1 HP.
Oh my god. And you're not done, are you?
Oh yeah, that's my turn.
It's your turn.
Alright, sometime.
It's Joel's turn.
Go, John.
Followed by Priest, followed by Murphy.
Do it.
Grab the down me.
Do it. The dog will walk behind him.
AC is 15 now. Keep that in mind.
I'll do a touch attack.
12.
Your stuff. I guess I'll walk up to him and knock him out with my knife non-lethal.
Alright, you're right in front of him, you don't have to walk.
Yeah, sure. Now full action. Okay.
That is a
First attack.
15 to hit.
That's
And that will do. He's on 1 HP. Oh no, he goes into negatives, right?
Negative non-lethal damage. How much non-lethal damage?
4. Come on, Chief.
Okay, so you punch him and you expect him to just drop, and...
It looks like a...
Awesome.
I did do more damage.
It's my turn. Half my neck slashed out, half my arm hanging off. And all my legs split in 2, and I suddenly have 8 legs.
Nice.
A bit taller as my legs thin out and extend as I get the spirit of the arachnid. Yeah, I get 2 more eyes of my current eyes as well.
Disgusting.
That's gross.
Yeah, it is very gross.
Okay, so directly in front of you is Jonathan 10 feet away.
I got him.
Well, 10 feet reach.
10 feet, you do 5 foot step away.
Yeah. So, and
Did you do 5 foot step away? No, I didn't.
no, and the dog,
You.
and the dog. So those are your...
Wait, didn't John walk into range? How did
He was directly...
Okay, I'm gonna do something who did the most damage, which is unfortunately you. And then the dog just tried to knock me out, so I don't care. So sorry. I have a weapon, so I'm just gonna fucking claw you.
Yeah. I sure hope you don't kill me. Alright, you're gonna do 1 attack. Because you got full round action as a turn.
Yeah.
Class 4. Really easy.
I didn't say power effects, it's not
You said
power
-4?
Yeah.
-4 to the hit.
This is overture.
From Cicero's attacks.
That's still think you're here.
I think it still hits. That's a 25.
20.
20. Is it 25? 20 minus 4. 11. 24.
Easily, it's very easy.
All right, because you have more on the prime. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Then 2d6 plus
You're gonna die.
7.
Oh, you're going
That one's tough.
Yeah.
Now, Jake, do you know if as a staggered creature can do a swift action?
Yeah,
They
like
can do swift
actions.
action.
15 slashing damage.
Ouchie.
Plus 2 bleed.
How are we gonna do 1 slash? What do we need to do?
Yeah.
And I still have a swift action.
Yep.
That priest, I look at him, all my eyes widen, and as something reaches in the priest's ears, his eyes go wild, and he either has to attack me or he's demoralized. There was no save.
Cool.
That's amazing. So,
It's awful.
like on his turn, he will have to...
He has to attack me.
He doesn't really. He can't just do whatever he wants. And
Sure.
just kind of scared.
If he attacks me, he's not demoralized.
Do you slap him with your...
Yeah, but if he wanted to like cast out, he'd probably still.
Yeah, so the ally just slaps at you, and partway through, it just regenerates.
Cool.
As it hits you, it's a lot less strength, but then suddenly you feel the muscles
At
kind
the
of
end of my
like
turn,
growing
I
stronger.
feel 13.
And losing of an arm wrestle that you didn't think you could lose. You will hear something in this direction. So on the map, kind of the direction this way. This way. There you go. It's like this weird thunder sound, but kind of in the sky, but closer proximity, dulled or muffled or something. You watch as Ray is turning away from Moki, because the group does look like they've handled this, and looks towards the sky in this direction, away from where everyone's looking. And Ray whispers a small curse. Whoever's in Jonathan, who's you're definitely within proximity. You can hear Moki is roaring, and Oscar's kind of too close to that proximity to hear what Ray says. But you get, he's back. Oh, he's not supposed to be here.
Hey, what is it? What are you talking about?
And you turn your back and you see a very strange looking spider thing just slowly descending out of the sky in this direction. And you see Ray is now walking away from Moki, walking towards this, like this thing is a pest.
Just because a spider waifu shows up.
What in Farina's?
You need to figure out what he's doing back here. And the Tradition sort of turns around. One keeps moving towards you guys, which is the top of initiative, so he gets right in front of Moki. Can't make an attack because he's got 30 feet. You feel, Oscar, there's a Tradition sort of burning his sword beside you, that heat, that proximity. Cicero, I mean, you're definitely flanked already, but Ray's turn, top of the round, Tradition soldiers, Imuk. Tradition soldiers actually walk this way ahead of Ray to try and signal Mitsu.
Okay.
You guys know those? Mitsu again.
I'll look at my arm with the big old claw marks, and it immediately coagulates over and I stop bleeding. And I stab you again.
Yeah, you can probably tell me.
I will do perfect vulnerability on you. As a standard action, I will attack you with a touch AC sneak attack. 12. That one! No!
The perfect attack. And you realize that part of his arm, where you're stabbing again, is slowly just liquefying.
To be fair, your luck is insane. I've never been rolling freeze.
Yeah. I slash, but the arm I slash was the one you hurt, and it's not as strong as I thought it would
I know I'll be lucky because when I'm not in control of my character, I roll really good.
Same with Drake. Or when he's in control of a different character.
I don't really know how we're going to stop him. It's kind of hard to stop from moving, and I will move backwards a bit and then just slide underneath you. So under acrobatics check against you. 25. You might be able to attack an opportunity. What's your CMD?
29.
Yeah, you can attack opportunity.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I do a bite. No, I do a claw. What was that?
Definitely. It's plenty.
Yeah, 30.
Usually have it. Okay, I get sneak attack anyway because the building's busted.
Okay, nice.
I rolled the most damage I could. 11.
Hey,
2 of which is 3.
Bounty. So you go under and you catch the top of my skull a little bit. I will stab you in the right back leg. That one!
Wow, another one.
Double that one. He's got my hair. My hair is stuck. You're like ripping parts of my scalp.
You got that.
Then I will do Bane, and Oscar will say,
I would have gone.
if he falls, do not bring him back. And I'm going to make 4 attacks against you as through.
I'm dead then.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Natural 20?
I'm dead.
Bounces out my double that one.
Oh, crit confirm. Okay.
Oh, you crit fell on that one.
I guess. I was rolling my attacks first, but
Up to you.
You're not going to need to do that many attacks, I don't think.
still hits.
Your second attack hits.
Yeah. Oh, these are all power attack. Well, I should have said that. We'll say that these last 2 are.
You do not need a power attack.
Well, I'm doing that.
Wow, he's like 38 HP.
Yeah. All of
Oscar might only just do that.
Even that one.
He's just got like
that
plus
one,
11.
I was saying that was
24
24.
Up to you.
1 HP.
Okay, we'll say it was the same attack.
No, he's already reached.
Yeah, so let your crit go
24
through.
con.
Yeah,
so
it's
it
still
was
all
HP.
crit confirmed.
It was negative for
No,
HP.
he rolled it.
And then
Yeah.
He's just saying that it was either that or it was another
Yeah,
attack.
because I was going to just roll all of them first.
So he has to do another 34 damage. That's what we can do.
First attack is
We're allowing the crit through, so that, I mean, it's not a power attack, but it is a crit, so.
Yeah. I mean, he's mad. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty alright. How far away was? I guess maybe I probably didn't see spider thing
You
anymore.
can also, you're at an adjacent angle.
There's another spider thingy in front of me.
If you at all look towards Ray, you'll see the spider thing, but no, if you're focused on Loki, yeah, you can't see it.
Okay, my skull is getting.
Directionally. Yeah, you're gonna get glory out.
on the first attack, you take 49 damage.
Tears.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I don't feel it.
First attack. Yeah, how do you actually kill Loki?
You see Oscar, his eyes once again burn with red, and he plants it into his chest, twists it as a blue flame ignites his body as he splits you in half.
I'm now just a horse body and a human body.
And then he's still going for 2 more attacks against your
Yes. He's going the
Which part is he hitting?
The human side or the horse side?
He'll do one against the human, one against the horse.
I love the quality.
And then at the end, Oscar will plant his blade into the ground and say, I mean it, do not raise him.
You see the priest that's looking with genuine fear at everything that's happening. You see his eyes are looking at you very much confusion, which I think out of everyone here, the only person who might be worried could do it is him.
But you could make a great undead.
He's more trouble than he's worth.
So you finish him off. You just keep on loading.
I was at negative 35, which is already dead.
Yeah, I guess it's chopping into half will do that. Oh, but if this was a bisection, you literally split.
He goes in the middle, twists his blade as it ignites with blue flame, and then goes straight up in the middle, and then as his body falls, he cuts each half once again.
Instantly, you notice that
Mad for permanently.
most of that is just polarized horse body, but you notice as Oscar is facing the group,
Even you, Felix.
Oscar notices one, there's a floating spider.
Yeah.
I was just gonna put you to sleep.
Two, your mind is
I was gonna stab you until
being
stop moving. Sorry, David.
repressed. Well, this is right. You're repressing things from every angle, emotionally, physically. There is pain, but it's not that bad. You did not get harmed by Mookie, but the effort of marching here at this speed is exhausting to you. This could be after the succession of another connection or pathway of memories that resurfaced to you while you were jumping on the rooftops, but you're 90% sure they're a little different. This is Oscar looking at an ornate mirror depicting a celestial war against true evil. In the way you can understand, these are probably like devil demon depictions on this gold-lined mural mirror, surrounded by marble pillars and white glossed walls. You are alone in a long chamber. And in a chamber for Oscar you have never been to in your current life, in your real life. Yet as you look at this mirror, you realize you've activated magic. You've activated the magic that allows you to detect evil. And as Oscar looks up at 2 burning orange eyes, he sees the dark purple black flaming, it looks almost like fire, but it comes out like smoke that kind of drifts, emerging from inside the eyes and kind of gently pooling out. Even as the understanding of your brain and its brain seems to kind of shift and kind of half merge. There are emotions, there is connections, and awareness that he has not been like that. Those eyes have not been like that for very long or for a long time. But you watch rapidly a series of facial expressions slowly register to him, to you. But his changed demeanor, you see his eyes looking in that mirror. They say, I haven't finished yet. He looks up and he looks down and he's holding a book that says the Law of Witches and Warlocks. Your brain processes.
I love witches.
A book that explains all lands, especially related to temples and religions of these lands in the world, have no answer for what witches, including seers, and also warlocks, true definition is. The high temples of Tuella believe that the witches are people that have fallen to the temptation of Tuella's fire. Unlike Domino's law, which is written in this book, this is a book of Isaurian law. And Isura portrays Tuella as the birthplace of witches and warlocks. A fire as corruptible and chaotic as the dark gods, and that her flame, if too close in its proximity, might drive a saint's mind mad. Isura as a larger religion in this other mind of Oscar. They see her and her flame as a sort of devil figure, tempting and luring people to join her with promised gifts. It's not dissimilar from what you understand your advisors told you about Heron and about Heron's religion.
Yeah.
They are tempters, promised gifts. What Heron got. And as a little side note, why does Isaurian religions allow someone like Heron if they believe it to be a devil figure? They explained it is as though it is similar and akin to those who work with him are fish nibbling the bait off a hook without getting caught. In the views of these tomes, especially the one you're reading in a different mind than yours, you are allowed to tempt the fire yourself, as long as your mind is strong enough and magic powerful enough to not fall under its temptations. To use Tuella as an example, religious texts in demeanor. This is all part of this one book. Religious texts in demeanor give whispers of her flame to those who beckon for them. But it is, at the bottom, it kind of summarizes, it is that acceptance, that desire to fall to temptation that makes them warlocks, seers, and witches. That alien or divine shared power. The book also, at the bottom corner, you know it's an Isaurian book because a small stamp and seal on the bottom says any Isaurians are to inform the high temples of any suspicious activities, for they will be sent the high temple's defenders to handle the problem. There's a sealed symbol on the side of a book dedicated to some sort of
Find out.
religious dark text. Yeah. Also, you realize all that at the same time.
I think outside, Oscar sort of like looks kind of like he's still just looking at the body, and then probably everyone sees just a single tear start to drip down before it dissolves into mist, and his eyes go back to that furrowed brow and that yellow flame, and then he'll turn over to Misa.
You notice the spidery form of Misa, much like what Loki turned into descending, but I think Jonathan, you're also looking at Cicero, because you're right there in close proximity. You're noticing everyone's noticing it, so. But you notice that the black blood that is separated, most of the inside flesh of Loki has been scorched and cauterized, that's the word. So it doesn't look like there's much leaking, but your side is like spouts of internal matter as it has been cut into many, many, many pieces. That the liquids are slowly building a kind of a larger black liquid in the in and around where Mickey's feet are. You notice that you're really close to the fire, but that liquid is moving surprisingly slowly. Like normally liquid with heat in close proximity will.
You mean that fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Fire kind of, the heat of the area, the sky is not allowing heat to escape. It's humid, it's damp. The fire in close proximity makes every breath painful almost. And Mitsu is approaching.
Just look down, but I can't say, oh no. Okay. I will put the top bit of scalp back into its place and blood begins to pour down my face. I'll kneel down. That's terrible. I look up at the priest. I'm really hard.
The priest like is starting to like stumble towards you and towards the body. Walks past Oscar's shoulder.
Oh, you were able to. Oh.
I can't help you.
Are you able to bring people back? Except for that spell that the little resuscitation spell.
Yes. I must do it now.
Well, I don't mean that one. But like, someone that's been dead for a little while and is in several pieces on the floor.
The temples can do that, and I can't do it when it's this. That would take near God-level resurrection to pull him back together. The regeneration is its own thing, but that is a lot of resources, costs and funds you do not have.
Now, never.
You're wrong, Oscar. He is worth it. It's just not right now.
Maybe.
You look back and forth twice. You notice the priest didn't help Cicero straight away. He touched Loki's one of his legs, which has been bisected from the rest of his body, which has been bisected into dozens of small pieces. And you notice that, Oscar, there is a faint magic that is pushed into Loki from the priest against your will.
Is he showing 5 feet of me?
Kill the priest.
Is he casting defensively?
Oh, you're actually going to kill the priest.
Yeah. Is that cocked?
Let's put a D4 on top of it. Where are my
Do you have
D4s?
yeah.
I don't have a good D4.
His to hit is
Not
15.
Yeah, he wins.
That is a 30. A lot.
Roll a con save for the damage.
No,
Concentration.
Yes, let's save to see if you actually cast a
Well, I
spell.
rolled a 17. And is it plus cast along?
It would
Plus
be
concentration check, right? Because there's a
Yeah.
thing there. It's plus 26, 37.
You think you do 37 damage?
38. That's less, it's like 10 plus the damage.
Oh, 7 plus damage?
I think so.
No, 30.
The 10 plus the damage taken plus the level of the spell.
I love how you're evil, but you look good, and he looks evil, but he wants to be good.
And this is a 5th level spell.
Except for all the necromancer.
So the DC is 40.
I feel like you guys are.
Is it plus? Is it on my end?
10 plus damage taken plus the level of the spell you're
Okay, so it's 36, 46 in your
Yeah.
roll.
So I fail.
Yeah.
So Breath of Life is attempted.
Where is it?
Oscar immediately, as soon as he sees his hand touch down, he goes to cut off his hand.
Alright.
His head?
You watch he. I mean, wait. You're in the act of trying to sever him.
Cut the hand that is casting the spell off.
You notice reflexively he manages to kind of tuck his body towards your sword. You end up slicing immediately off his ear and his thumb
Okay.
as he kind of like pushes himself towards your weapon in this like weird, it's not like combat maneuvers, people will not dive away from you. So you don't get the whole hand, but basically the mobility of the hand is gone as he's now wielding 4 fingers.
Do not worship the young martyr anymore. Do not act in his judgment.
There was potential. I could have helped him.
I don't care. I told you what to do. You betrayed it.
Oscar is an ally.
It was.
He
An
just
ally
said
that
he can't
cannot
help
be
him.
trusted is not an ally.
Well, one guy kills children. You're not going to win my back.
Emmerich, go and deal with that.
You see Ray is...
You want me to kill that thing?
Yes.
You only do that. It's a giant kaiju. Oscar, why are you doing with that shit? I'm busy over here. I need to make sure no one touches this guy.
I'm okay.
So you start to walk over and you hear that there's some sort of conversation happening. Please, you pass me, it's really hard to grab, but reach over to Cicero's minute.
The hair is slowly getting more and more matted with blood.
No,
Oh
really.
shit, sorry, it's just flies. Yeah, I'm
Maybe if you didn't go mad for the 4th fucking time.
There you go.
You also killed me the last time you went mad. Sorry,
You were both bad.
sorry, I don't quite trust you.
You kill children. I don't need your trust.
Well, you did.
Sure.
You see, weirdly, on the top of this new spider form of Mixo, there's pieces of metal that are silver, and you watch as your sister, you're walking towards them, they're kind of shimmering and transforming into kind of like a goldish color, like a coppery gold. You can see like ripples of metal on the metal, and it's transmuting its own color as you're walking towards it. Jonathan, you hear from Ray. I feel like you have. Well, there's a bit of perception. Sister, sister?
Scissor always better.
Probably, man.
And Jonathan's not moving forward. So yeah, as Sister moves forward, you hear the small, like Ray's voice sounds burnt. Sounds like he's been talking through some pain this whole time, but you hear. The attack, this is from the sky, the attack still failed to eliminate our meritocracy. It still thrives, and this land will be born anew. With failure comes rebirth, and my hope in Zandria will blossom a new world, one we can all smile at. And you see, as you're walking towards Ray, Ray turns back towards you and just looks really confused.
Hi, Ray.
Ray looks back at Mitsu. You were ordered to hunt out the outer scavengers. Do your job, Mitsu. Also, the temple will want to talk with you when this is all over. But for now, leave us and go do your job. Ray's kind of broken, scorched voice. You see Mitsu's face, he's got like deep frowns now.
Is that you? So as I casually pull out my laser gun.
You play your laser rifle, and you hear his voice kind of gets a little like wider. You almost feel like it starts to both intrude physically in front of you and in your brain. You start to hear it like ringing in the back of your head. It's definitely his voice. You arrogant little panda! What decision is present in you? You are lucky your people see you as unique, or I have no reason to keep you alive. Now black out! You watch as Ray drops his sword and just seems to just freeze.
Ray's so stupid. If he came near me, he would have got a +4.
Goddamn, how did you not know that, you stupid fuck?
There's no saving throw to power word stun. It kind of just gets you.
Is it an enchantment spell? Is it an enchantment spell?
There's no save.
I don't know, it's an enchantment spell. I think it's evocation. Is it evocation? Okay. Because it's enchantment, I'm immune to it. I'm fucking happy then.
It's enchantment / compulsion.
Okay, I'm immune to it. Oh.
Was it doing it on you?
No, really. No. But still,
Great.
I like to have the idea that half of school magic doesn't work.
And Cicero, you hear clearly, I am one of the last great mages who learned from the 5 wizards of legend.
Wait, sir. Like, touch Ray's shoulder. That was really rude.
You see Vincent's just like, also Ray is just kind of like, is seemingly solidly upright, but is unable to walk as you try to push him forward. He seems just like...
Actually. You okay, buddy?
You see his eyes are just like glazed white.
Alright, Mitsu. Are you, this is an enemy type situation? What's going on? Are you gonna kill us all? That would be really unfortunate.
There has been a change in plan. I received word from Zanjia, and she told me that all allies I have trusted in the city have gone behind my back and gained power from a dark object. My warriors turned against each other, and Ray, your allies are doing the same. That is why I did this to you, so you do not have to witness what I will have to do.
I mean, we definitely did do the evil god thing. That was, I mean, it was sort of like there was like a dark Sephiroth, and then a Sephiroth came over, and it was a big kerfuffle.
You see about 4 pieces of what look like about transmuted gold that have been slowly transforming on his back, seem to just drop off like seed pods of fruit and fall out of the sky and land about 10 feet away from you. Giant rods of weirdly shaped gold hit the ground beside you, dig in about 5 feet.
But I definitely feel like we still have the same cause.
You see those 2 panels of gold seem to somehow spread out and unfurl, just gold plates that seem to unfurl into almost wings.
I mean, we're trying to like deal with all the dark, bad stuff in the city, and protect the ones that are left. Honestly, it seems like kind of a write-off, though.
You see the golden plates beside you somehow magically stretch out, kind of widen, actually forming what look like golden wings just out of the ground. There's nothing else. You hear this has now been one more round. You guys are hearing Mitsu yelling. You can hear him very quietly in the back of your minds, like he is a voice that is echoing through you, not just at you. The priest is clutching his head, and now you notice that Oscar, he is actively casting healing magic on himself. But he's no longer, capable of healing Moki. And you see that there's no longer an act to try and touch Moki's body. He's just healing himself. What are you guys going to do?
We're still running an initiative order.
Alright, then Jonathan's next.
Oscar's next.
No, okay.
Then, but you guys can both go. Oscar
Oscar will turn around
towards the dog. Or towards Mitsu.
So it's 1 second.
Okay. Oscar will sort of just kneel down in front of Moki's corpse, and he will say, I hope you find rest. Now that your mind is settled.
Oh, shoot.
The gods are watching over you, brother. Do not fear it. And I'm going to cast Sanctify Corpse. So you are immune to being raised by any undead or any undead resurrection for 24 hours.
That's very helpful.
So you cannot be turned into an undead. Attempts to raise it automatically fail.
Is that energy?
All 7 pieces of Moki,
I would say it's at least 8 pieces to replicate the 8 legs that have separated. That's definitely Moki. And not including just the fact that the upper half has been solidly split.
Look, at that point, my legs just dissolve into group.
They are turning black and slowly. Unfortunately, he has a kind of fire to his attacks that cauterizes it to an extent.
I think it was up the metal.
Could be Gushy Gamer Girl.
Well, yes, gushy.
You
Yaki.
hear as Oscar is applying this magic.
Oscar will turn around and
You're hearing Cicero's conversation.
at the cleric, and then look back at me. One move.
You heard Mitsu posturing, saying that he learned from the 5 wizards of legend, which you've never heard of.
Yeah. Got some guys here.
Wow, another 5 legendary beings that we have to kill.
5 elves, 5
Giants.
5 gods.
You get
It's a holy number.
in front of, as Jonathan is approaching you from behind, you can hear the wolf kind of like, its loud paw prints just poof, 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 getting closer. They're kind of muffled because they are very large and so they make a decent amount of noise in close proximity. Jonathan, you and Cicero can both hear. Drop that mortal posturing! We all know there is no altruism in your pursuits. Your reckless indignation led you back to me. I had to count that you would be back to aid me in the reclamation efforts. But my measures of protection were too weak. I have grasped that. There's no shame in returning with vengeance against me. At least it is honest. You're confused, but it sounds like he's talking to a different version of you.
But we are here to help you. I think. Unless you went mad. That'd be really unfortunate.
I answered it could help him with that
You
condition.
come down here, it's really hard to argue when they float up there. Please.
You see slowly his legs start to move, and even though they look like they're somehow like an octopus, they would be going up. You see his body is kind of lowering down slowly. It does.
Yes, come in melee range.
40 feet, gets to 30 feet,
Oh my god.
gets to 20 feet.
The time for jumping is getting lower.
You wished for me not to spare your life. Now the time has come where you must decide if my life is worth
Nitzo, do you not care about the standing of the city? Do you not care about all these people dying, lost to the drain? Of the undead and gnolls taking the city, and you are complaining about pity squabble? Get a hold of yourself, man! What are you doing?
That's scary.
Currently, I am presented. You've presented about that. You can do it. I'm going to say this as you are doing what you want to do. Currently, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's just call it a flip of the coin. If the coin falls on one side, I sacrifice myself and restore this city's weakness through the foundations. My magic can rebuild this place, but as this city's last strongest surviving elf that uses of my power, it would draw dark forces to the city, alerted by my magical influence over the lands. It would build homes which thieves and monsters sit and wait inside of.
Then you are a fool. You cannot build a city with magic without the people's heart. You must gain the city's trust once more. This is why the city has failed. The structure of this city is a complete failure, Mitzo. But you need to lead it.
And if the coin lands on the opposite side, I refuse to restore this desolate land of destruction and thus doom the few inner city survivors to an eternity of fear and suffering. Either way, our system is rigged. But I have thought of a third path, a monumental secret. In your very presence here, a secret you will have to understand over time. Something I cannot share with you.
I have a recommendation.
As Oscar is now close, the hole is well as right.
Let the city burn. Take the fragments that are left behind. Move them to where they were already being moved. Start fresh, start from scratch. Start smaller. You have put too much energy into a city already cursed to famine, to failure, to nothing.
What are you talking about? This city, I have lived for thousands of years, and this city is actually a masterpiece. Never in my life have I seen a megatropolis this big. This is expanding.
A city
5 cities fused into one.
A city can be too big. You outgrew your bridges.
This is a legendary monument.
There is the backup city. This was told before. Use it. Start there. Cultivate the people you have. Turn them into what you wish. Use that civilization to build more. Do not give in to your greed for power. Plant the seed where it can be planted. Find better soil.
And how am I supposed to trust the ones who left on my orders and came back with dark powers set in them?
Who is to say you have to trust us? You are chosen by the 5 great archmages. Trust yourself. We do not have to help you in your crusade to rebuild. That can be your mission solely.
But I would like to help.
If you wish for us to help, we can. There is nothing in this city left. The people are gone. The buildings are gone. There was no structure to begin with. Make a structure. The king failed you. Become the king. Become the ruler. Become the power you wish to seek.
Ben Shapiro, Oscar Beale.
Yeah.
I was already the Shadow King.
Then why?
Sanjaya gave me that responsibility, and I failed this whole land.
You know what we needed?
And that is fine.
Wait, it's not gonna happen.
A turn of a new page.
That's what you call it.
Maybe this time don't hide in the shadows and rule from the front. Let the people see that there is a strong mage that they can rely on.
I can attest to that. Wizard kings are a popular breed. They rule for long times, until they're overtaken by their children. But I don't think you'll have that problem with your mutations.
As many people as here to make sense motive rolls.
I love rolling sense.
Who wants to look at the upper half of Mitra that has emerged from his weird spider
roll that.
transmuted it form?
40.
Wow.
I do not have
I think Oscar being the only one understands that there is something
terribly wrong with this man.
something very wrong with this man. There's confliction of thoughts in his own mind, but I think the deeper thing that you're noticing
I get him.
is that what you're saying is helping him process, but it's showing him how to dominate a city.
How does he even know that?
If you watch, there is some other thought, despite how he agrees with you, that is turning his opinion sour every time you give him an idea. And you watch as he is slowly descending. He gets 10 feet off the ground, 5 feet off the ground, he's levitating. 5 feet, his spidery arms are just limply hanging in the air. You eventually hear Ray inhale properly. You have all been cursed by something that is true evil. And that is vested in the crimes of people. You have evil rooted in you as if you are a criminal. And that is what I see. But it is cursed to you. And it is cursed to you so strongly there is nothing a weak curse could do.
Are you exiling us from the city?
A good choice.
Because we will gladly accept that if you must.
But you would be losing assets. Look around. You have nothing. You know how to start something. But who is to say that Sarachini will not try to take the land that this city was founded upon? The other kingdom empires, the other humans, they are not exactly controlled by King's Bay anymore. You need eyes in other cities. You need eyes elsewhere. What do you fear more than your city being destroyed, but your city being taken? I say, use what you have. We are women's work.
Much as while you've been talking, those two golden wings have rooted out of the ground something, out of the stone of the earth of the city streets. You see what kind of looks like a robotic centaur. That's head kind of slowly starts to stretch out and become more like a dragon head.
It's murky too.
With wings. It's mostly gold.
It's no kind
Gross. Dude's like, his ones are cheap.
Murphy, like King Knight of the Murky.
No. He turns everything into dust. But gold dust.
Everything into mutant abomination.
Wait, here's the transmutation move for the kick. Oh, we found him. Oh my god.
My liege.
Made your penis smaller.
You watch as something that is like many things that are on his back. A few of them seem to slot kind of in and reduce his size somewhat, lowering himself. He presents a kind of. You notice that he has two arms on one side that are both like a metallic silver color. Both of them on one side of the body, on the right side, presents on top of each other, two arms. You see one is like a swirling mass of like a dark, and it almost looks like a black hole in a kind of orbital ring of some sort of dust that's floating around it. And the other one looks to be a white mote, without any orbiting dust, just a kind of pulsing white orb.
Yes.
You see out of the white, you see there is an object that emerges, and you see out of the black there is a small bound scroll that you remember emerging.
He merges them together and absolutely obliterates us.
You can see this is some sort of use of conjuration teleportation magic that is very kind of abstract. It seems to happen naturally without much effort at all.
Partial mini demi-wing.
I trust your words. His voice is kind of breaking. But I've been given orders from the only one that is of me. And I you see this guy stop. His eyes look down, and his body kind of stiffens up for a second, and he just kind of freezes in a weird kind of way, like Loki did. Just kind of just still, 5 feet off the ground, 20 foot tallish body.
Would you like us to fake our deaths? We can do that as well. I can put everyone to a catatonic state and we'll wake up in like 24 hours.
Anyone who wants to be right next to him, I'll shoot a perception check, or like closer than Ray is to him.
No.
Yeah, I'm still a bit back.
Okay.
I'm probably closer than like Emmerich now. But
Okay. Well, he hasn't recorded. He's just falling down.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's there.
is he like on the ground now?
He is like, yeah, his legs don't ever touch the ground. They're still floating loose to the floor.
I'm gonna shoot a blast of channel energy just to heal Cicero and myself for like 5 HP. Go ahead, you. Go ahead, Alan.
Oh, cool.
I
Am I rolling perception or am I not?
Yeah, makes perception. This is where you can make perception as well.
30.
If his damage, he also heals.
That one.
We'll roll for that.
You're good. That's 3. You're great.
Oh, 15 HP.
So the bonus is one of the bonus.
Nice. Okay.
What's the bonus we get from
Level.
Okay.
Really good.
I'm full HP now. Oh,
Yeah. Same.
Alright, that's one of my spell.
Oscar hears in Mitzo's voice. He's muttering something, and then it like cuts. Like not even him stop. It's like something stopped him from talking. I want to trust you. I can't. Why does she? And then you watch.
Explodes.
He's summoned a dragon.
Mitzo starts to mutter something, and you realize that at the end of that muttering, there's some sort of incantation. You hear him.
Can I spell casting check to see the spell's casting?
No.
Okay.
In terms of what he's muttering something, but two, he has so many opposable limbs right now, you don't know where the magic's coming from. Just that you can hear him mutter it. You make a perception check to then try and hear it, and then you can make an arcana check.
He's like 30 feet.
You can't see anything, it's an auditory thing.
Yeah.
So make a perception check to hear him, and you can try and understand what he's doing.
Nah, I rolled bad. I rolled a 5. Solid.
Okay. You can hear
That's 12.
there is magic that is being cast verbally.
That was easy.
You're not, if this was necromancy, I would kind of give it to you, and you'd be aware of it. This is not necromancy, you're not sure what this is. And then you start to see,
Meteor form.
Jonathan, under your feet, there's this growing kind of sphere of darkness.
Is it the dog's feet? Because I'm the dog.
The dog feet.
You read dog.
So I'm not affected by it.
dog feet.
This is on the ground.
fall through?
I'm just going to put
To the enemies.
Hey, we're getting teleported. Cool.
No, I'd say.
No, my dog levitates.
There's-
I'll fall for a ball.
a sphere that goes under Oscar and Cicero Emmerich.
Jump out of the way.
Okay. We'll be able to make you jump out the way.
Wait, why do they get the Elysium portal and I get the house?
Shut up, bro. You get a dog.
You have a big old dog.
I wanted a cat, but no.
Why do I
It's
get
illegal.
condemned to hell? This is bullshit.
I would go ahead and left off.
Why did they get to go?
Why does Marcus' body chunks get to go into
So
the cool green
he has 4 hands, so he can do 4 actions with these hands. And
Gross.
4 spell
these are
That is what.
That's 4 opportunity dice for me. Sick.
but this only takes one action, then he will do a different one. So the first one you notice, Jonathan, you don't really hear what's happening, but then the second one you're noticing that there's no material or vocal component, there's just these it's a small amount of growing wind energy underneath you. You watch this from okay. I want to know this. Is anyone looking back towards Loki? You're only looking towards This is a reflex save DC 26 for Oscar and for Cicero.
Easy call.
Emmerich, I'm so sorry. This is cool.
Fail.
Oh, you got a +2.
That doesn't matter. I'm rolling down.
Well, I succeed.
Against Jonathan and against all of your minions, I need you to make me a will saving throw of DC 26.
Will save is enchantment.
This is the slow spell, which is transmutation.
I can about this.
Imagine being able to cast a full spell.
What is
at
the
once.
DC?
That's crazy.
26.
Okay, I think I found this. Although I don't really care about the slow spell, it's not that great.
It is not that great.
It's pretty good.
This is transmutation.
It's not bad. Just cast haste on yourself and you'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll counteract it.
Yeah, okay.
So you see Jonathan's dog slowly, just like as it's not, it's waiting to almost pounce. It looks like it's in that position, and you see it very slowly start to kind of move.
How many targets can you make with the slow spell?
Every creature that's inside of his
Nice.
I hate this word.
You're immune to charm, not
Restructuring.
spells.
It reads worse than it sounds. Yeah. So basically what you see is as Mitzo gets really close to the ground, this dragon appears, Mitzo suddenly disappears.
Cool.
He almost looks like he gets pulled back, and there's a small amount of light, and then he's gone. These portals appear at your feet. Oscar, you feel pebbles. You start to see Cicero hit by the effects of reverse gravity.
Oscar does a backflip and gets out.
Right. And as you backflip, turning around, you notice that Loki's body is in the middle of the action of being split in half.
Oh.
Dummy.
This is the rewind.
Sure.
Oh, shit.
I love getting a rewind.
As Mitzo rewinds time to undo any harm in the sphere where Loki and the priest are. So suddenly the priest is back to a wounded state,
We get to kill Loki
and
again.
it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Loki,
The priest hand, it's back!
all these figures are back.
He's done
And
it.
Loki, I want you to make me a will saving throw. This is DC 21 to fighting against the insanity.
Time reverse, that means I'm raging on it.
Yes, you are.
Ah, yes. The father's reverse.
Reverses into before he even starts attacking.
Okay, let's do this. We'll say.
I guess on the verge of when he starts
my
attacking.
insanity.
I
Is
slip for like
my insanity
minutes?
of mind affecting the fit?
Oh,
How many
so
rounds?
Oh, you know what? I should just roll.
1 round per level, and this is only this is no because it's a setup.
Hey,
He's basically
You're my
using
corruption die.
a certain magical effect. This is only a 11th level. This is considered an 11th level effect, so it's 11 rounds. The slow spell is 4, but you can counter the slow spell by casting.
Okay, 23.
That's fine.
Roll 17 plus my will of 3, and I'm a +3 bonus against madness.
Go.
Even before the limbs that split into spiders, those return to normal horse hooves. Loki, you look down and it's this green field of kind of swirling energy. You can see it literally swirling in like ethereal space in front of you, like there's some sort of wall of energy. But you watch as the priest, what the hell, looks at you, starts to step back. You watch him step out of the green field. Nothing happens.
When we're just talking?
What the? Loki, you watch as your feet start to.
Are you on full health?
I don't know.
You are reduced all the way back before you're taking damage in this combat,
I have 96
and
HP.
you literally rewind step out of the sphere of the torture. The moment you realize consciously, you're like, whoa, and then your body, so you take a step back, and then suddenly the sphere of this is in front of you, no longer with you inside of it, and the priest is outside of it as well, but looking at you with a lot of fear. You don't know what's happened, you've not been conscious. You feel like you're in the exact same spot you were when you blinked out, but now, no. Like you had everyone in close proximity to you, everyone that was in this area was in 20 feet of you, now everyone's within 60 feet.
So look at the priest, I turn around, and I see
I'll let you guys
them.
have a look.
Are they fighting a dragon?
You see curving the corner, there are giant spreading golden wings.
Oh my god, you're so right.
Yeah, this is planar restructuring, which is a feature of Mitzo's, which is combined transmutation and time management. But I cannot use it again for 1d4 rounds.
He's gone now, so that's fine.
Nice.
Reverse gravity. Figure out what that does.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Please,
Just gonna fly in the air.
So you notice Imric is here. Like Mitzo, you didn't see Mitzo before. Now Mitzo is no longer there, so he's never there for you. But for Imric, I mean, yeah,
He was an illusion the whole time.
He's floating, and not intentionally. He's not trying to float.
Okay.
Flailing is the word.
I see.
And you're not making sound. You're being quiet.
I see the person who I'm to put his friend to floating in the sky, just flailing.
So we go 100 feet.
Whoa,
Plus 10 feet per level, so that's 200 feet.
Probably not my turn, is it?
You rewind to a point where functionally we're kind of going back into combat. You are at the very bottom of initiative with Ray.
Okay.
You can do something. I will let you because it's kind of bottom of initiative because then Mitzo goes, but you just rewind.
I'm gonna jump. I use a swift action, change from arachnid to lepus, so my spider legs.
You're no longer arachnid. You rewound before you split your body.
Oh.
You rewound before you even started combat. You've exited the circle from which you started combat.
Okay, in that case, I use a free action.
Physically, you have, as if you've just met up with Ray.
If he re-enters the circle, does he get sent back to when he first entered the circle?
That's what just happened.
Okay.
I use a free action to rage. I do lepus spirit. My legs get thick as ass. And then I will use all my actions left, which is a movement and standard, to fucking jump and try and catch him.
Okay, great. Make me a
DC 800.
Oh, you jumped for the...
What the DC is?
This is a DC 26 reflex save, or you're going to be rerouted back to the exact spot you just tried to jump from.
Okay.
Without the limbs.
Is it a spell, by the way?
Yeah.
It is considered a SP, so you have spell-like ability.
Spell resistance, go.
We'll go through my spell resistance, but I'm pretty sure you'll succeed.
This is technically not even his. This is a prepared activation of a.
Doesn't matter. Even magic items.
Yeah.
This is considered. This is not as strong as him. This is. This is a caster level 11 ability.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I rolled 11, so that's 22.
That just fails.
So you jump through, literally like breaking a ceramic glass container of time rewinding. You didn't realize
Your spell resistance work when you're dead?
Yes, it does technically.
it wouldn't work when you're dead. No, not as good. But while he's alive.
Okay. I'm sure that's a you thing.
No, you can't skin him and wear him as a cloak.
You can. Everything magically is
Do this jump check.
Magic
That's amazing.
You just
all the time. You just have it.
It disintegrates your knife.
You've been around and you're realizing Mitzo is still actively doing his turn. But I don't know where he is.
Forever on.
How high is him? Is he? Like 200 feet in the air? I was not naked, but I jumped.
He just did me instead of covering the whole area in this.
Cool. I long jump pretty much all the way over here. I can't reach here.
Oh, you're right next to me.
Are you going to land in it? Make a reflex.
I guess I do. Is that spell?
It's only because it's yes. So another spell
You
save.
have to grab onto something.
15,
That
26.
succeeds. Then I do a reflex.
There is
save.
rubble walls. DC 26 reflex.
I have a +4 against spells, so makes it.
On reflex?
It's against all spells. That's 23.
So you jump through one thing, shatters the glass of time, and then you realize this is like having a ton of air pressure just forced up under you. And as you jump forward, your body is then flipped on its back, and you are doing spinning tumbles in the air.
Ah, I think I'm coming to you. I will get you.
You watch as Cicero, you're doing the tumble. You see Murphy's horse body just like
Fucking jump on a jump at like
basically, yeah.
Oh my god, you're alive! I got
It's a bit of a spinning.
What is happening?
Oh my god! Oscar shot you into like 30 pieces, and then the cleric said, "Yeah, he did. I helped him." And he said it would be like complete magic. I got us. We're scared you.
Instantaneous
Oh my
or
gosh.
continuous?
It lost one round, but technically it's still Mitzo's turn. I just did one action and it rewound Moki, and I'm letting him have his turn. As he technically is one order of initiative before.
That's my turn. 20 rounds.
It's 11 rounds. They're stuck up there.
Oh, good point. It is the
11
spell, not his effect. Yeah, you're right.
So, and it's cost level 11, right?
Yeah, that's level 11.
So 11 rounds. There's talking about that.
So that area that applies it lost one round.
The reverse gravity is his spell. He's not like us level 11. He's level.
No. It is specifically through basically like glyphs.
Oh, okay. So we can only go 110 feet.
Okay, he's a level caster, 110 feet.
Yeah. Well, you can put.
There's 100.
You have 11 10-foot cubes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading medium range. That's totally my bad. Yeah. So area equals up to
So he
one.
could hit a lot more than just that.
You can hit everyone.
You can stack it up to 110.
Yeah, we're not stuck in the act.
Specifically because this is basically him teleporting glyphs of a floor that exists in his tower, and he's just putting the glyph.
Let's do a deck save in the area.
I think that's too small.
He's
Way up there.
at the area, but he's standing outside of it.
Okay.
Because he's got a 20-foot reach, so he can just do it.
20 feet
Of
away.
course, 20 foot reach.
Yeah.
Long noodle.
20 feet away.
Maybe it's not.
And he uses Temporal Fury. So this, because I'm doing 3 attacks, as long as more than 2 hit on one creature, I overcome. I basically add their damage combined to overcome DR and resistances.
Which he has no.
But it allows him for 2 actions to do 3 attacks. And they'll both hit. So that's 40 and 38.
90 million damage.
It's exploded this time.
No,
You explode into an entrails of blood and guts.
just 44. Cool. So, okay. So from Moki, 6 plus 24, 30. As 2 of these root-like arms slam into you and literally just hit you. It is an immense amount of force, way more than you'd assume it to have. Oh, and for Cicero, 12 plus 5, 17 points. Bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Smashing you in the air. And then I've already done that. This is strike. So that is his full turn. He is floating 100 feet in the air, just kind of like a little away from the sphere. These guys are all out, and he's got. You realize, look, he's no longer behind you, Oscar.
I saw him jumping off.
Technically, in the range, it's just holding
And so
the
disappeared. Suddenly, he is above.
I'm holding on to my zone.
Sure.
Of course, I forgot to.
My sword does whatever the hell I want to.
Be back with the small right now.
Oh, he's initiative coming?
For what?
For this battle. You see my line.
Yeah.
Alright,
Is going to be coming?
I think my initiative drops because I'm slow.
What else? Because you were mad.
Yeah, it might be a bit too.
And you were going to attack her.
It's my. I like the minus 1 for
attack. Stick your shit.
Doesn't say initiative or not.
Nope, I'm just staggered.
Hey, Rick, you are 20 foot away from the coil of Mitsu's arm. Yes. And these soldiers get your whole, keep your back. And they throw their daggers towards Mitsu. As he's kind of wood in coloration, they're going to assume that.
Did they study fire first?
That's a good idea.
Do it.
You see fire detonate onto the top of Mitsu, but you notice none of that fire seems to be scorching him at all, and the daggers that are stuck into him just fall out. Landing on the ground here. Two British fire daggers like Cicero has. Cicero already has. Rick, it is your turn, followed by Oscar.
You think something is controlling him? No, I had to fix that though. Here, Murky! I will pull out my knives, and I'll pull off my belt, and I'll throw it to try to get you to grab it. Throw me at him. I'll hold my action to stab him.
You're reaching your hand out with the dagger so he can grab the dagger.
I pull out a dagger. I pull off my belt,
The belt, cool.
and I throw it to him. Last time I get him to catch it. I don't know if he does.
See my turn.
I'm going to hold my action to have invulnerability, stab him in the throat if I happen to be within 10 feet, 5 feet of him.
Okay. So, what we're going to do, because Monkey's bottom of initiative, but he's above Mitsu, so this will work. You,
That will just happen on his turn. My turn.
yeah.
Because I can't do anything.
I'm going to say that this is probably, what was it? It's a move action while you're moving to pull out a weapon, right? So I'm going to just say it's basically a move action for Monkey to grab your thing and to then, yeah. Right, Oscar, you're up.
Okay, brother. Was your mind clear of malaise?
Here we go.
Did something happen? I can't remember.
Anything. It's not true.
Wonderful.
Do 2d6 damage.
Alright, you've got this. Oscar doesn't as well.
Better as well. Minor bullets. It's a
Goes-
In the weather thing.
I feel like he would be right to that.
He's definitely moving the fire.
Full round.
And I can't sneak
You're
attack.
going around the sphere of.
I got 3 damage. On this side. To him.
Oh, so okay, just like basically jumping through burning debris.
Yeah.
How much movement you got? If we just let you jump, was it a 45 foot jump? Is that what it was?
40 foot.
Yeah, 40 feet. But you skirt missing people's bones, a pile of corpses lying at the edge of the opposite side of this burned building.
That's the only one.
He is 110 feet away now unless you do anything.
Yes. Okay. Very much.
Yep.
I did cast invisible. So
You're invisible. You sure
definitely got you that.
sure he doesn't have
Golden
benefits.
mechanical head kind of curve over.
You should kill the dragon.
That is not
That's the skin, I just realized.
It has constant true seeing, so as Oscar's looking, you're noticing that dragon head just follow you.
through the building.
No, but as you like jumped
Yes.
invisibly,
yeah.
as you jumped invisibly directly in front of it, it was, and you are very aware that it followed your.
Yeah.
To everyone else, it just looked like it was monitoring the air.
So if he had a moment, he'd be behind a physical building.
He's not hidden at all because it knows exactly, but yeah.
So you're like, it's all going that way.
It knows his approximate location.
Yeah, he knows,
Like
he knows he jumped 40 feet and his neck is tall enough to see where he jumped to. He can't see over the whole building, but he can see the jumping endpoint. Can't tell. If you move further than that, he will cast.
He had a 5 or a square light.
Shoot.
I just thought, because I mean, he's got something that would. So we work well in conjunction.
Wait, I didn't get a 10. Sorry.
This is the dragon who got a 19 in initiative. It goes then Leif, and then it goes
Yeah,
John.
this is not initiative.
This is still top of initiative. You are halfway through.
I thought it was me, so I got like, what the fuck?
But this is the dragon, which I've been describing. The curving head.
Now fighting like 2 level, like 16 guys.
Okay, that dragon is CR 9.
Yeah, oh, okay. That's doable, I guess. That's an LCR.
Okay, ready? Trouble settle.
Right, all those.
We can continue with the rest of the path after the one round it takes you to drop its cap.
That creature will be casting Hold Monster on Ray. And Ray failed his wisdom save.
You fucking know this.
So, is he going to use Resolve to reroll the save?
May as well. I rolled a 7 for my first roll, and then I rolled a 3 for my second. That is his turn. The dragon uses that action, so he will now fly 60 feet up, and will get just below.
Almost within range of me. No, we can now walk away and they can't fight back.
Cool. Because they definitely can't just follow you.
Yeah, but then we can attack them back.
But this is the only area that got to.
This is the only.
They're bluffing. They're like, I wish I could move while
If I
flying.
get to a bonfire, they disappear.
If I enter a building, they need to build building toughness.
You need to remember their AI turns off after a certain distance. They just walk back the way they go.
We need the maps.
Oh,
Yeah, we're up to drop. What is it?
oh my gosh, are you gonna turn? That's so rude.
Alright, I cast Ancient
Oh my
of...
god.
That's Spirit of the Ancients. Alright, that's my turn. I'm sorry.
What does that do though?
What does it look like?
What is that?
Describe everything you do.
When I do it, it's a buff for my next spell. So nothing happens.
So what is that boss? Tell us.
So what does it look
Some
like?
random shit out of you.
Nothing happens visually yet until I cast the spell. So I stand there, preparing to cast something.
What does your dog do?
My dog is sitting there. Actually, you know what? Sure. I won't go.
Slow down so you're in range.
So
I am slowed, so I'll move here. Whoa, 1. Keep done it.
Keep twisting it until it fits. There you go.
Priest, concentrate yourself. You
You're
go.
going to do the same thing he did in Mucky's in Vosk's fight, which actually did help you. Tons of tides.
What can ever?
Please. One of his highest level spells.
Power kill.
I think this is going to be a good choice.
Disintegration. Throw to, buddy.
Cool. Yeah. He's going to use Banishment.
Nice. Cool.
DC 23. And this creature has a fuck, it's a will save, isn't it? It's not a charisma save because it's not a thing.
Yeah,
Will save.
says something.
Well, it's its second weakest save. Let's see, 13 or lower.
Out of 3.
So who dies? Is this the dragon or Mason?
This is the priest casting banishment on this guy, the dragon.
Okay.
Is it an outsider?
It is considered a construct,
Oh.
and it is considered an outsider.
Oh, that's fuck.
Yeah.
Let's
Die, loser.
Wait, in that case, if it's banished, is it permanently banished?
Yeah.
Nah.
I did roll.
It's on the
Well, it's caught. I'm just going to re-roll it. It was a 7 and then it flipped to a 7. It was like dead a 7 and then it flipped to a 17. Fuck me life.
Does your dragon have spell resistance?
Oh.
It probably does.
Spell resistance 20. I should have
20.
It's actually a cost level.
I technically did roll.
No, it's all banishing.
You're good. That I rolled a nat 19 on the spellcasting check, so that works. So back and forth, considering. Does concentration last even if he's banished?
No.
Concentration
isn't a thing.
Sorry.
Well, it
He
is a
has
thing.
hold monster on raid.
It's really no cost, so it's just
It's still there. Cool.
Yeah.
He's gone.
I believe there is concentration.
There is concentration, but you have to, like, recast it.
Yeah.
That's how concentration works.
You have to
Use your standard action to maintain it.
to cast it. Does the dragon still want to hold the whole monster?
Probably.
Every time, even though it's banished?
But what's
It is actually summoned by Mitso and therefore still under Mitso's full control, even in another play.
Let's go, big man.
I think.
You have to like
What's back her?
toss it gate. We'll teleport to it.
Yeah, this
Maybe
is,
wherever it went, the creator of that plane is like, no.
no cross banishing.
What the fuck are you doing? No.
any
Turn off that whole boat, idiot.
because these constructs is playing a war. So
It's up to you, David.
I do.
You get to make things up.
You get
This isn't concentration, so never.
David is the king. We don't expect you to play right.
I double checked because I was listening to what you're saying.
Just say Miso's dead now.
no, it's Loki's turn.
Great stuff.
The dragon that was about to come up behind Imric has suddenly disappeared. Okay, so you've obviously got no control of your movement action. But to grab onto that piece of belt is technically, let's say, your movement action. It is going to be a standard action to hurl.
Let's do it. I need a swift action, beast challenged on that fucker. He has to attack me or he's demoralized.
There's no. Okay.
It's weird. It doesn't make any sense.
He's already attacked you before. Yeah, we're right. Cool.
Fucking stab him in the neck. You know your action. You can do it.
I'm gonna say just for. This is really easy. I want you to make a.
Oh, this is it.
Doesn't say easy.
Make
Make
an attack roll. This is an attack roll against the spell that is currently keeping you upright. So you have to beat an AC of 26.
That's not really keeping us.
This is like a throw.
You said I get to make the choices.
Okay, strength. Cool. So 26. I have to roll a 19 to beat that.
An attack roll with Loki.
Oh, an attack roll.
An attack roll.
Okay,
To beat a 26.
I think I can do this. That's
And you
plus.
can be raging.
Burn me into the ground.
I have a plus 15, so I have to get a 16. No, I have to get 11. I'll have.
Does your +3 against spells help?
That's iPhone saves.
Yeah, no, so that wouldn't help. That would be like a strength save.
What do you mean it doesn't help? He's trying to resist the force of gravity.
11 or higher, so technically an uneven roll, but basically a 50.
Okay.
Kill me. Yes.
You are tossed, and you were just tossed closer to Mitso, and because of that proximity, he gets to make an attack of opportunity.
My spine doesn't break.
That's 15 damage.
Where's Spike gets
By the way, I've rolled the d10, I've rolled 5 and below every time.
You're demoralized.
Loser.
Oh.
And you are.
Hold on. Yep, just demoralized.
Try. Or should maybe a reflex save?
Got it.
And, From the save. Don't tell me the number yet, don't tell me the number. I want to do this. 15, 10. I want you to. Your modifier is to your reflex.
It's a 5.
It's 5. Cool. You need to beat 20.
Is it a spell?
No, this is to grab Imric instead of him being flung out of the reverse gravity and dying.
Oh.
I let go of the bell.
You're like,
No, I'm talking about, he's hitting you, and if this is if Monkey can grab you.
No. Sure.
I mean, definitely
I fail.
When he fails. Oh no.
And that's why I love buildings, because real props exist to help support a narrative. Rat folk in here. There's a rat man.
There's a rat man again! He was hiding in the building the whole
You're closer to me now. How good.
Sick.
Oh, I know it is the other way. Because this is the split where the tower broke through. Cicero is flung into the tank. I want Imric to maybe a reflex, actually acrobatics, because this is to reduce damage. You are falling into a building, and that building is only
Remember, you can only reduce
40
10 feet.
Yeah, right.
35.
Oh,
Yeah.
weakest damage.
So if we're saying it is like
Is it
you're
intentional?
intentionally trying to like, it seems like you reduce you reduce about 10 feet, and then you convert 1d6 of what's left to non-lethal.
Cool. So 4 non-lethal and 19 physical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So 19 damage takes me to negative 6. And then the 4 on lethal damage. I don't know what happens after.
You're just unconscious.
Yeah. I don't know.
Does it start doing lethal damage if I'm
Only if it goes over your.
Well, it goes exactly to negative 10, which is dead.
Is that right?
So you're bleeding out.
So,
I'm dying.
Monkey, you watch Cicero collide with the building, break in through the shattered wooden panel roof tiles that are already very frayed and ruined.
Yeah, it's gotta be. The non-lethal has to be equal to your total or more. So if you.
Equal to 10, yeah.
As soon as it goes past your total max health, then it becomes lethal.
Oh, sure.
Let's see what you find anyway.
Negative 7, so minus 4.
Yeah.
So negative 2.
You are. This is still technically Monkey's turn.
Yes.
You are.
I used all my stuff.
That's why you've done everything. You've done your whole
Does
action.
the
Helping
force of him
Cicero.
throwing me move him at all?
It does.
Does it move him out of the square?
Unfortunately, he landed like right into the center of it. Also, right on the edge this way. So as he's kind of come up. Yeah. Let me say this. Make another reflex save. This is DC 26. If you succeed it, you are forced out.
I fail.
Cool, so you're still on that. So physically, you're spinning. Your whole body is just spinning.
This thing only has 10 rounds left to effect.
Don't worry.
9 rounds left to effect.
Okay, Mipso only has a 7 8.
Well, he's bottom of initiative. Ray is paralyzed. Mitso's turn.
He doesn't have to attack me since he's demoralized, but he wants to.
Attacked you before, why would he stop now? Why stop now? Goes to the air of Asgard.
He's killing, taking. I don't want this.
All good, babe.
I forgive you. Look at you.
Don't worry. This is not what I was trying to do.
I want to go to a fight anyway.
Just try and take the magic away from me.
Definitely not a thing we can
That's what he said.
We can't do it. I appreciate the
If only we had a full
And you
caster.
hear like, she's there. And
He's
something.
a worse full caster. He can only use necromancy.
There's a full caster and a full marshal.
Yeah, I'm first.
That's what they're in.
No, you're a full caster because you're limited to only necromancy.
It's okay, guys.
Full spell, caster.
I'll cast my spells. I'll fix
Don't
this.
do it racist just because you're not a caster at all.
I can use voluminous vocabulary.
Let's go around.
I can
do the 3 attacks
steal
on
voice, but it matters because
Let's see if I
That one, I actually do this one because I have to.
Holy moly.
And then roll that 2 on my last one. That hits.
Unless you had weird Marcus was here. No.
No, I'm happy dying to this guy.
6 and 6 is 12. 12 and 12 and 12. 36.
we're gonna have to show that
Bam.
Yeah.
You have to go ghost mode. Suck his life.
As almost root-like appendages smash you in the gut, smash you in the back. You get hit in the stomach, and your back gets broken, and you're just spinning in the air in a gravityless space that feels like it's buffeting you upwards.
Mrs. like, oh, I'm gonna hit you out. No, I'm gonna hit you back in. Oh, yeah.
Instead of now going for side swipes, he's just going up and down, and it is literally it is breaking ribs inside your gut that you're feeling heel over. He's making you turn into like this cool spinning faster, one of those like tumble. Don't do it.
Doing intelligent mage things such as being out of range.
He's gonna use Tussle, doing an intelligent move.
Oh my god, he's doing it.
Fucking turn backward.
Does it go through spells?
Your crewmate knows.
You want to look over Tussle's spells?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
What if it did?
Then time spell say I now have 3 rounds to make fan one.
1d4 plus 1.
Every once in a while, time just stops him. Who is it? What odds maybe around the one
To me, this is, I got 3 rounds total. So what he's doing is mold earth, reverse gravity.
I can. What a word. Word cunt.
Hold up.
He has that as a natural feature.
He's 120 feet in the air.
Go big.
Just double check. Because he's high in the air.
Oh yeah, he has 100 foot fly speed, so as one action he can descend. It's good, it's not like perfect, but it's good. You guys suddenly watch as Mitsu's body has anime disappears.
Anime time.
No, we didn't see anything. Everything just appears.
Yes, suddenly Mitsu disappears. Most of the building, which Leaf has been on, is suddenly gone behind him. Like all of the things that Oscar has been hiding behind, suddenly most of that building is just gone.
Okay.
Sick.
And you hear from the sky sound of many things falling.
Oh no. Bombardment.
This is like a mini meteor swarm. And I could have done meteor swarm behind it.
You could have destroyed the city more.
We didn't care about it.
He is. He basically he's like literally ruining everything that's surrounding
I
this
did
guy.
say I'll just start again.
I mean, cigarettes. I hate this city.
I want everyone at the table to make me DC 26 reflex saves.
I'm still in the air, right?
You have to make it.
I feel like I would have a disadvantage or penalty.
Yeah, I would definitely say -2. Yeah, just a -2 though.
Okay, cool. I'm just bother rolling. I can't win, even if you didn't give me the penalty.
What is it? It's a reflex save?
Reflex.
Oh, I know I fail. -1 because slow.
Nice.
I'm just in the air, and just like 5 pieces of rubble just hit me.
Okay. That's 45 points of damage. Half to anyone who succeeded.
45 damage.
Cicero is basically buried in rubble, though no one knows where he is.
Oh, gee. Wow, that building.
Hi, Mark.
Most of the roof of this building has been flung into the sky.
Oh, Ray's paralyzed. That's done, right?
Ray's paralyzed, so he auto fails.
He has
49 HP.
He's fine.
Left?
He had total 49 HP, so he's 4 HP left.
Oh, shit.
Priest fully used heal, so a 6th level spell to bring him back to full HP, and now this is the first time.
Ray's gonna die, and it's...
Oh yeah, true, good point. Yeah, he's got like, he's got 81 HP, so he's right. I was like, oh, that's the level 5 sheet. He's got 70 something.
The one he printed out. So it'll stop him forever.
Yeah, whatever. That is his turn. Followed by
I wonder if a corpse floating next to me.
top of the round.
Already eat it.
45 damage you said? Or
45.
Oh, yeah.
45 total damage. That's 8d12.
I'd put that in twice.
This prediction guy is
Wait,
dead.
8d12? What's up? Damn, I roll.
This prediction knight is still alive.
Kind of like average roll.
Average roll. I would roll like a 12.
You definitely wouldn't.
Yeah, I will roll early
Do it right
ones.
now.
Yeah, I rolled in that I rolled
Pretty good. The
112.
max is 64.
I'll roll early ones.
I rolled a bunch of 4s, 3 4s, 2. I rolled 1 1 and 1 2. So yeah, it's kind of very much average.
Yeah.
No 3s. Now we get Imrich's turn. The prediction knight. Imrich is not visible.
Are you dead?
Probably. That would kill him.
Oh, this Imrich
Yeah,
is.
meteorites would kill him. You got no
This is-
This is your.
So yeah, he's dead.
No, I get
Meteor swarm.
The building does collapse most of the debris on him as well. We get Oscar's turn.
I'm gonna run towards where Emmerich dropped.
Kill the dragon.
Right, he dropped through there. So you run here.
I'm running.
Oh, you drop.
Yeah.
Sweet. I mean, most of this roof is basically completely gone now. By the way, you look and you see arm of Cicero. You see rubble that is covering him. Most of this is wooden chunks that have just kind of fallen onto his body.
Okay. Oscar will
You see a bit of blood coming underneath that.
see his friend dead. This is an ally who has actually followed his orders. That's someone that should stay around.
That's not.
Imric, brother, not today. As he throws Swerthriel to the ground, he holds his hand up to the sky.
Oh my God,
As a beam of white light starts
Whoa.
and he is going to grasp you by the hand and pull you up into a stand as I cast Breath of Life.
My arm comes off.
I think you can see that there is at some point that Cicero's arm on the ground has been covered in debris. As you're pulling his body out, you realize the elbow joint has been dislocated, and as you pull it out, it pops back in, and that's enough pain to instantly spike you to wake up.
Okay, you only have to heal me
Oh yeah, I mean I died.
51 then.
Yeah, you 3d6, I believe. That's
5d8.
5d8. Oh shit.
Okay, boys. Oh yeah, also put you on my shoulders. Yeah.
My dagger's stuck under the rubble. This is the worst tragedy I've ever.
You know the flaming dagger?
Yeah.
There's like two others that are now lit.
Oh hey look, it's a light still. I can see it's right there.
Oh my God, it's under
It's a
the rubble.
little red glowing dagger. You can see it.
That's so cool.
I'll put it
Picking something up.
As you are also as you're looking backwards, you notice that there is 2 footsteps on the side of the wall. You see a blur of kind of grayish braided hair.
It's her.
And you can barely see through this window, though you can't see the upper half. You notice the distinct lower half of the lower tabard of Erica. You notice the one missing arm.
She's gonna kill me.
You notice she is jumping using the reverse gravity effect that is here. She is right along here. You can see her through this broken window here, which is not hard for you to see, but
Oh, there.
Damn,
see her take the reverse gravity and just kind of float up.
Well,
She goes the full leaf.
she's getting hit for that one. She should not be here.
And she
Naughty girl.
she gets within,
Followed us.
I'm
within,
going to break her arm.
she gets within 20 feet of
Break with her
of
leg.
Mitsuo, and then Mitsuo slaps her. For over 40. 10. Oh, that's the most I've rolled. I think that almost knocks her out.
Cool.
Oh my god, it's the most I've rolled. 25 HP, 22 points of damage.
Good work. Did you do 2 attacks?
Oh, no, this is a reaction because she's getting in proximity.
Did she take any fall damage?
Hasn't fallen yet. She actually used the reverse gravity to fly up to him.
Is she not being hit out of the reverse gravity?
Why is your sister so dumb?
Oh, yeah, basically. You trying to find my fucking to here.
He's like, my brother's an asshole. I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, what's that up? Me in real life.
Yeah, so.
Right now, fire.
Okay, you hear from in the air, you see somehow Erica has stabilized herself in reverse gravity, watching Loki kind of being flailed around in a 100-foot pillar. You notice that she just starts to unload on the one root-like limb that has stretched out to hurt her. So it strikes her, you see it somehow pierced her, and she's kept that momentum using its body and its connection that it forced onto her to attack her, breaking off parts of the root that attacked her. Seems like that was her turn. Seems like she did something. Seems like she actually actively affected Mitsuo.
Mitsuo is worried the shit out of your sister.
I couldn't see it.
You actually have a little tiny window there, but you can see her foot and her tabard. You can't.
That's good.
You know.
One tentacle.
That is good.
I'm too busy focusing on my boy who's dying.
Good point. He's dying. Good point.
No.
Is the
Washing
pretty
your
sure
hand
it's
while
dead?
bringing a man back.
One is alive.
One is alive. Oh, that's nice.
The one that's on the tables. Yeah. Black guy.
With the inside.
Okay, guy.
He's black? Damn.
One is black armor. He's very dead.
Of course he's black armor, never mind.
I was gonna cast a spell, but now I can't because I have to heal.
Why?
Might as well.
Because everyone's dying.
That's okay.
That's my job.
Okay, Lex is going to follow his sister.
Your job is to kill evil.
There's another cleric here, just ignore your job.
Your oath has nothing to do with heal people that are dying.
Protect the innocent. You're right.
You heal. You see, Leif watches his sister. Just doesn't realize. I think the only people that are on the ground that can see it. Somehow, Oscar, you have a downward angle. You can kind of see Leif from the perspective. You watch as he takes a step back, opposite the direction he was going, and catches the wind of the reverse gravity and just flies up. So now both of your siblings are 100 feet up in the air.
Life is like, oh my god, my brother is bullying me.
That's
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, but you watch as Leif is, the people who can see it, doesn't have the same control Erica has, and is starting to flail in the air and can't succeed to even attack him because he fails. Now, John. Combat priest.
That's the dumbest thing
How far away is he?
literally
So, from John,
Yeah.
if John is on the dog's back, I'm going to give you, that's 20 feet off the ground. He's 110 feet up, so that's 90 foot away, plus the range, adding 40 feet, he's 130 feet away from you.
Yeah, 180 feet of spell. Good. He looks like he looks like a sickly mutated monstrosity.
He looks like there's a human in the upper half.
It's a curse.
It just does not do what you think it does.
I know, it gives me 20% chance to spell fail.
That's good, that's good.
It's so good. Think about
So I
it.
have to make a spell, you have to make a spell
So
save.
he needs to do a save for me.
He has spell resistance. This is DC 19.
Oh my god, that's actually good. But first, before that happens, the dog will
What's the dog do?
shine its sword as it begins to glow a brilliant gold light, similar to the golden moon of the waxing, as it blesses Jonathan. As if he is empowered by this light, the ghosts from the grounds begin to grow around him. As Jonathan begins to arc his hand out, but since it's in slow motion, is going. As it begins to pull towards him, make a fortitude save. DC 24.
This is a death of right view. It's so dark.
DC 24.
Okay, Mitsu did not.
Oh, it's like that one, never mind.
Absolutely not.
And then it fades.
And you know that you
No.
Resistance is you just
No.
you grab anything.
He failed the spell resistance check.
Yeah.
So this was something else.
Then his spell doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything. It does.
It wasn't spell resistance. This was you. Oh wait, no, this was spell resistance. Oh my god. Sorry, I thought this was the attack part.
There's
Okay.
no attack roll. It's just a save.
It is like this. And nothing happens.
So you're preparing to. Yeah. Sorry, you're right.
So there's a golden beam alive from the
This is
building.
so
There's a
good.
golden beam from the sword.
It's more like a whitish beam, but there's a little bit of gold in there. There's a bit of gold.
We're in a raid. I'm sure we're going to go
Yeah, light. That's a cool party effect. I get you.
I'm blessed for like 8 rounds of this.
I know that's 6 seconds.
Okay.
I got plus
But
2 to
you
my
know,
saving
you
throws.
have cute white freckles.
Alright, John, what are you gonna do?
Okay.
That's
it.
Can I get 1 round for each? Actually, you know what? The undead unrisen.
A little bits of white.
Look at that Provisher.
Finishing soldier, yeah?
Is he bleeding out? He's not dead.
He's covered by debris, but they can effectively grab him,
They
yeah?
can only do 1 action a round, so they're gonna move towards him.
Okay, intent to
Just get him out of here.
And there's kind of like a pile of rubble here next to him.
Yeah, just gonna try to help him.
I'm gonna say Ray's prone because of that rubble. Yeah.
Actually, no, one will go for him, and one will go for Ray to just get him out of here.
Alright, cool. Ray's just like stuck. One broken limb. You can just, yeah.
Wait,
A little bit purple.
40 pounds, so the British knight just picks him up and holds him sideways and cuts him.
Yeah, he's got a sword in the arm, but yeah, basically. Swap by priest. Swap by
Priest is done as well.
priest is directly up to John.
Oh, never mind. I thought you said Fallen Priest, now I'm talking. Okay.
Yes, I love it.
It's too strong.
Wow.
Roll it. He heals everyone.
It's a radius.
It's a 30-foot radius around him, and everyone.
The priest was moving
He
forward.
doesn't choose. And it's. I think it's his wisdom modifier.
It's not going to hit. It's not going to hit one. It's going to hit one tradition soldier.
Yeah.
He physically can't see that these two are in here, and these guys are all.
I'm in the sky.
You can
You're
also
all.
do this like 8 times.
You can do it 5 times, yeah. But that's just healing one creature. He's not going to do it. That's a waste of a whole.
You also have Zafra in the wolf.
No, the wolf is high up, isn't it?
No, the wolf.
John is high up. It will hit the wolf, but it won't save. But John has no healing needed.
I am bleeding out. I got hit by a meteor shower.
Oh yeah, of course. I forgot the dogs. Yeah.
You just like jumps like.
The priest has also been hit, and I didn't make the save. I didn't make the save. The priest.
Is dead.
Ah, there's no way he can save that.
Yeah.
But then minus Jonathan, this is plus 8.
But it's good lore. The divinity is weaker. It's harder to heal people later.
Yeah, my shitty dice roll. I agree. I do
Makes
agree.
perfect sense.
This is now Murphy's turn. As you're flailing in the air.
I just realized my spell resistance procs every time I'm in this reverse gravity because it's an ongoing magical effect.
Wow.
That's not how that works.
It is.
Look it up.
I didn't look it up. If it was, if this magic was like called bleed or poison, it wouldn't have to do it because there's all natural effects. But I feel like zero gravity is a magical effect.
That's true. It is a magical effect.
Like, well,
Literally, reverse gravity has spell resistance. No.
oh, it doesn't. Oh, no, that gets him. You didn't tell me that. That doesn't spell apply. Okay.
I didn't make you roll for a spell resistance when you ended.
I can't attack because I can't move. I'm not close enough.
You have nothing to propel you in the air except for now. 2 bodies, aka Oscar's siblings, are in the air with you, 5 feet away from you.
Are they alive?
Yes, they're alive, but they're behind you. So technically, all you can do is kick them, damage them, and push yourself closer to Mitsu.
You have a new weapon.
Would that push them out?
You tried to push yourself out and you failed. You have no idea.
I killed you.
I'm not going to do that.
So your action was to propel you
I will
like
do
you
a
hit.
full action attack. I will kick one of them to push myself towards Mitzer, and let's see who I hit.
No, it's not really this time.
31.
Yeah, so you hit left,
Gross.
which hasn't taken damage yet. So you're very lucky you don't kill his sister immediately, but it doesn't matter.
You should kill us.
What is my damage?
He was there. You should be dead or something.
He was. I think I succeeded in his friend. I can't remember. Was it?
Okay, that's 14.
I can roll 19 or higher.
The levels.
That's
2/4
damage. I kick him out, and then he falls to his death.
No, he's crushed under the rocks. 2 rounds ago.
Oh, 2 rounds
You
ago?
don't realize it, Murky, but as you kick him, you realize that his body was not actively conscious. So he's just been floating up.
Yep.
Okay.
But you do kick him, and you get yourself 5 foot closer towards Mitsu. Now, that's not force movement, so I get an attack.
Doesn't matter if it is full.
Nat one.
Still good.
How close am I to Mitzer?
You're 15 feet away.
Okay.
So now
You have 2 more attacks. You can
you can kick your other family member who has just basically stabbed the branches of the Mitsu that was striking you and her.
Just go.
The rough gravity really sucks. I'll kick the other girl. I'll do the rough gravity.
Make another move attack.
7. It's 7. It's 8. It's not 8 for him because he's a wizard. It's a 7.
That's
8 for some people. For 1 class.
29.
And a dark tapestry oracle.
Yeah, exactly. 1 class.
And a druid.
No one gets that druid.
29.
Nature magic is
12 damage. Enough that
She wasn't in the radius to get the sky dropping on her, but she had already sustained an immense amount of damage.
She got slapped once. That was an immense amount of damage.
If I can make this non-lethal,
Just like
You can make it
I'll make it non-lethal. So where she falls unconscious from my kick and then dies.
And falls from the...
Yeah.
Luckily, it's not forcing her out of the sphere that she's in right now, because you're kicking her at a certain point of her body that's breaking bone, and it's not crushing her like sternum.
Well,
and what you're doing is you're forcing his sister to just do what you did before, which is do a bunch of spins. Oscar, the round after you saw out of the corner of your eye that was definitely your sister's tabard lies above your building. You suddenly see Leif's body fall and land. Crunch. Definitely makes a crunch sound. But you don't see where he falls to, you just see him fall. And then lower out of your eye line as you're holding Imric.
He is definitely dead.
It's just like that blood spraying. It's kind of like that mist of blood. No, just like that. It's not like that.
That is a Peter Griffin death right there.
He should have tortured
maybe if he killed children, he would have added that vitals to his.
Alright.
Why is it like children in supposed to kill them?
I get so stronger when around dead children. That's a power level.
I fucking go.
Who casts Dispel Magic?
Let's go. He can just dismiss it. Doesn't have to cast it.
Well, he can't really dismiss it.
Because it's from a knife.
It's a permanency object. As he does that, he's going to pummel Murky for 3 attacks.
Oh yeah.
Get him. Hit, but I don't crit. Hit, but I don't crit, and my third was a nat 1. So at least he gets the 2 through.
Yeah.
Roll.
I got to the nat 1.
You still have like another 30 health.
Thank God.
I roll a 1 and a 7 on the die, puts it plus 12 is 20, plus 12, 32.
32 total.
32 total. And then
He's dead again.
I take no damage. You can let us form later. Okay, damage in that form. Oh, I take minimum damage. Sorry.
the whole body hits the ground. You feel little bits of debris as you land, spike up into you.
110 feet up, so that's 11 damage.
Wow.
I guess it's first save. Yeah, it's just 11 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
She does.
You realize that one of your massive hooves has gone solidly through Leif's chest, and now it's just kind of like this, where the pec should be. There's like an open 10-inch wide hole.
You're saying she's a corpse.
No, Leif is the boy.
Ended on my brother.
Cool. That's free healing. You can eat him.
And you remove his breasticle. You pulverize his breasticle as you land it.
Is Peter Griffin.
His body is definitely like this, and there's a hole out of his.
Is it opportunity that you people is dead?
Actually, it's dead action to eat you, so I have to wait till my next turn.
You can heal from it, do you? Do you heal from it?
I heal a lot. I heal 2d8 plus 19.
Oh, that's so good. You should do it.
Mitsu has one more round in action. And lowers himself down.
He's running away.
Did not what? Lowers himself down.
No.
And all you guys see is this like very, very barely, it looks like a bubble of water with all those like opalescent colors shimmering, and it's just here. And it's 20 foot wide, so it goes around just this sphere, and it goes 20 foot tall.
He's doing something. He cast some water sphere on himself.
And yeah, top of the round is Imric. And the British soldier who's like, oh, thank you. I think there's people tagging the food.
Right? It's on the floor.
He's gone. Yeah, you're here. You are in the building.
Oh, nice.
That's what kind of split it up into you. And this British knight is carrying Ray. The British knight will help the priest onto this, help him he can't help him across this, but he's going to make an acrobatics check to be able to walk across a ruined wall. And he got above 15. That's nice.
Wow.
Looks through the wall. Oh, God. What has happened to him? You see, he's no longer missing an ear, he's no longer missing a finger. Oscar, you see through the one broken window. Let me help. You see this faint little red aura that kind of emerges from him and just gently suffuses the entire environment around you with the red energy. You are all healed. Plus 8. But now he can actually see everyone.
Holy shit.
Even Jonathan.
How many dice?
Do you start main expansion? Wait,
No, he's a channel divinity.
70?
6, 7. Got it.
You're right, it is.
7 dice. This would just affect Mook because you're now around here. So 7.
This is channel energy, right?
15.
That's supernatural.
Yeah, it is.
28, not including your +8. So 36 for 1, 2. Not you.
I don't get the +8, do I? No. I only get a +20.
Just these two.
So I heal 40.
And Ray, because he's there. Ray gets it.
Good work, Brian.
Cool. I went from nearly dead to okay.
I'm back to full health now. Yeah.
5 and 6. Ray's only missing 9 HP.
Wow. 2 sand actions to stop a one neck level spell.
Are you awake again?
And I think that's fair.
Oh, yeah.
You see, like, there's a lot of blood traveling. Not even you. Slowly shrinks, the bruising, the purple colors fade. That's what he says. Awesome. Imric, your turn is passed.
Yeah. I was doing my best impression of a dead guy on my turn.
John.
Do I not get a go?
Die, loser.
Well, sorry, the Perdition member. Okay. Perdition member, I've kind of done a thing ahead of time. So Perdition member goes first, he pushes the hill up here, he's doing this. So technically, you're not healed before your turn.
What are you doing, turn?
Okay.
Please take us out of it.
You can hear the priest over here going, oh, so let me step up here.
Oh, I get a turn before he heals. Alright. This guy will drag this Perdition member into the healing
I
aura.
mean, those are both your.
Where is the other Perdition member?
Easy.
Okay, one of them will drag, one of them doesn't.
The attrition
member.
And the other one will get rid of the bubble, and that one will roll.
Okay,
Because they can only do one action at a time, because that's one.
that's fair. That's fair. You move them both there. One person helps the other. Oscar.
Oscar will sort of climb out a little bit.
Hey, Oscar is.
Which side? This side or this side?
That's like closer to everything. Not that side.
Yes, clearly. I want to go there.
There's one broken window, so yeah, you
Okay.
pop out. You see the priestess about to walk over to you.
Oscar will lay down Emmerich, tempt him, and he's going to go towards that blue opaline bubble.
Alright.
Go, person.
10, 15, 20, 25.
I have 40 feet.
You want to just do a jump?
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes you 10 feet to get out, so 30-foot jump.
Miso, come on! Show yourself! You caused this!
You see on the inside of this bubble, somehow there is visibility and it is kind of blurred, but you see each of the wooden roots have spikes to the edge. It looks almost like a netted wheel on the inside. This
Too much of a coward to continue the fight you started.
I don't know what to do, dudes. I'm possessed. Die. Please. Please help me.
I'm going to make an attack against the bubble.
I love it.
Die, bubble.
Does a 29 hit?
Okay.
The bubble didn't kill your fucking sibling, right?
But the barrier has a hardness
I know
of
that,
40
yeah.
and 20 hit points
Oh.
per caster level.
Sorry, it doesn't.
So,
Nice, I got
It's
all
not like you,
So
yeah,
200
you've only killed like
Yeah, it's almost
a few
so 200 hit points and the hardness of 40. So you have to do 40 damage for
Let's see
you.
if I can.
He needs to be 40
You're
fresh
gonna
level.
destroy it.
Oh, I failed.
Whoa, what do you mean you failed?
This is his 9th level spell, Mage's Magnificent Enclosure.
I'm sure it is.
You can't beat the 40 threshold.
You And you see on the inside, you see Mitso. You actually have a good enough perception. You see Mitso's face is sweating and definitely what looks like small, kind of silvery streams of tears coming out of his elven eyes. But his eyes are glowing a bright blue. And you hear from inside the bubble, although it is kind of muted, it's definitely muffled, not to the point where anyone on the other side of these buildings in debris could hear. You get from him.
All of those attacks were not mine. Someone is controlling me. I'm keeping myself. I'm holding back, holding myself down.
I thought you were chosen by the 5 great archmages. Show us that! Fight back, you coward!
Yankee.
Alright.
I'd like to see our rating to the side just jumped up by 5 because of that.
No, he actually gets way stronger.
It's another 5. He just adds Mr. Spellis to this monster sheet.
He's already invincible.
Erica behind you.
I'm not as.
You hear it and you get the splashback. A little bit of blood that kind of hits because there's not much building left anymore. It's all been thrown into the sky and dropped back down. So it's mostly like flat debris. I mean, it's all difficult.
Right. So you got impaled by several chair legs.
Several support beams. That's what
What if you're losers after? That was my favorite sister.
she actually had a potion of mage armor on her. So.
She doesn't have any more.
Quickly,
Go straight for an express.
John.
Alright.
Priest. Who does the healing?
Yep.
This was your turn on the wolf. This is what we're talking about.
I don't have to heal. Alright, the wolf will. Slow motion.
10, 15.
And then people are on the way, so now he can't walk forward. I'm gonna move it back because it can't stand over there. But it's there.
Okay.
It's just it can't stand. It's not
gonna stand properly, but
It does some air walk, but that's an action. That's another turn.
The priest
That's
heals
an
you.
action. Jonathan will look over at Vincer.
You can now see Cicero has been pulled out of the window, so he's here on the other side of the building, and I'll just remove the window.
So you know, you see the priest riding the
Priest is standing on a loose beam of fallen roof.
He looks at Misar. Misar looks visible. Does he look like his targetable by spell effects?
He looks blurred by an opalescent sphere that is mostly transparent. It looks like a bubble,
Prologue in these sides.
Well, you can't hear that.
I can hear that. Okay.
It's only because this bubble like mutes you in a lot of voices.
I will cast the same spell again.
Did you not hear that when you said like way up there though? Because he's been saying it all the time.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Animal.
Pretty obvious that
We understand he's not in his right mind.
you did not.
Yeah, you guys killed Murky, he was in his right mind.
You saw that there was a conflict of interest in his own mind. You saw him try to speak a bunch of times. He failed.
I didn't hear him like outright say it, like he did that.
Yeah. So what you were hearing before was he's like, So there's something basically without able to speak properly because he doesn't understand why his brain couldn't do things for him.
Alright, I will cast the same spell again as still empowered by the glowing gold light.
Put your light
Still
down.
blessing him, he pulls out his hand once more to try to do it again.
Smell safe.
Come on, you're all higher than a 1. It's your new spells in that effect bubble.
Within the area of the spell, effects are suppressed and creatures are affected by anti-magic fields.
Oh, I don't even need to cast this then. You can't cast magic in there.
Yeah, so you put anything.
So as you fire energy into it,
I have no fire energy. I'm pulling something out of him.
Oh, okay.
But I can't
So
grab
yeah,
it.
there's nothing.
I can't grab it again.
It's the exact same effect, but this time you felt like there was a hold, but for some reason, another reason, not your own fault or the fault because
I understand now. He is stuck in the anti-magic field. This gives us time to find the suspect.
I mean, it's obviously not straight up.
The only reason
I'm not here.
I have figured out now.
Oh.
The anti-magic field.
Oscar definitely is that. There's not a total understanding of what an anti-magic field is or can do.
Seems kind of self-explanatory.
It does seem something. So then that's stuff.
I'm gonna speak slower after that.
It's also a physical field, which is amazing. The priest's turn, energy release, Loki's turn as you've hit the ground this
I don't know
round.
what healing thing was a priest or that.
No, that was the original healing.
That was the
The original. Got it.
I was just, we did that. I organized that with the British Knight who helped the priest onto high point.
Yes, the other Britishness is alive. Let's go.
He is. He's coughing up blood, but he's alive, crawling on the ground.
I got healed, so now I'm going to need to eat. Wait, do I know this is his brother?
They have the same hair. Their bodies are covered in blood.
All humans look the same.
You also arrived noticing him. I don't think you arrived
They
noticing
also
him.
look exactly like me.
Are there any other corpses in this house?
No.
No?
All humans look the same.
You can smell a lot of bodies.
They're all black and
Just
That's a corpse cart.
it's a corpse pile, yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna gorge myself. I move over there and start eating.
Difficult terrain, so 5,
I-
10,
yeah.
15, 20,
I can make that.
25, 30,
Like,
35, 40. Get right to the edge of the wall.
I have 60 feet of speed.
One Lord Mom.
Okay, I'm gonna use that action and I eat.
You just grab a head, mush it, and then shove it into your mouth.
You should eat me. I'm barely look like
That's disgusting. You're sickly human.
11 plus 19.
Oscar looks back to survey the group and just realizes Moki is literally hand-fisting bodies raw into his mouth.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
you just splits in half and you shove it into your chest.
My mouth just splits down here. And it's like,
It's the alien predator, like...
I should have. See, when you stop them from being resurrection for undeath, this is better.
This is true, Moki.
I couldn't eat your blood. I'm eating corpses.
I'm eating these like 18-hour-old bodies.
One of his like sister's scalp up and just eats it. So they think your brother. Just a random one.
Chewing on Link's arm doesn't even know it's still there. This wasn't a part of his body, it wasn't on him. Yeah.
Bury the rest of them. Maybe that's me and Whitehead boys more.
Oh my fucking god.
You watch as the body inside the sphere in front of Oscar seems to continue to kind of grow out. There's like all of those roots seem to kind of get a little thicker, seem to kind of grow, more of them start to thread and just kind of like prod into the edges of the sphere.
It's not magical, his transformation. It's anti-magic field, so his form would break.
This isn't just anti-magic yet. And his form is not just magic. It's cursed to him.
Yeah, no, but cast is magic, so kind of.
Curses are, when applied to the physical body, kind of go around that. Because they're permanent.
Yeah, but anti-magic turns everything off.
It's his belly, but
Basically, when you transmute your body, it no longer is your body, it is the transmuted version of your body. When you use transmutation magic,
It's a DM thing.
Well, spell
don't defend me.
I don't think it would go against an ongoing effect of transmutation.
right, David, you were taught it, and he immediately has that condition. It dies of cancer.
This is a guy.
3 cancers. Immediately turn cancer.
No, this is transmuting. He's changing what he is to be something else. It's no longer magic when he becomes. It's like shape change. It's like shape change, but without the spell.
Cancer?
I'll give you cancer.
Get your dick out right now. Get him an X-ray.
He's got
His iodine.
crystalline dust form is considered a supernatural ability.
Crack. God.
He was possessing him? He was like, he did. He succeeded.
You watch
His
as
friends forever.
his body looked like it was trying to grow out to break the cage, break that sphere. And then suddenly all of those pieces of metal on his back slot in and kind of disappear behind his larger root form. The roots, from going spread out into their widest points, pointed barbs at the edges of the sphere, all suck in, and over 6 and then 12 seconds. The first 6 seconds were unnoticeable because it looked like he was growing. Bits of him recall when you watch as he is now losing mass.
Man's going natty.
Felix is right.
Felix is right.
This is the first time.
Look, okay, Nick gaslighted me earlier by saying Felix is never right, he never does his spells right.
He's kind of correct.
It's kind of correct, but I just have that pre-assumption.
You don't understand. You made that one.
I think this is kind of like the third Spider-Man. You're Peter Parker.
I don't want
You have just dropped, as Oscar, you have dropped the black goo onto the guy below him. You're watching Mitsu pulling away bark like root chunks from his chest, which by the way, only his upper body is visible. He's ripping away with a metal arm, pulling away, and you're seeing under what he's pulling away is a regular arm. He's pulling away with a metal arm to reveal a skin arm. he's ripping the thing inside him out.
He is a bitch. We can't do anything.
He said, you better make sure you win, because I'm going to beat you. I will break every bone in your body.
You see, it's almost like he's pulling back 2 large pieces of bark, and you see he's like fighting at them because they look like they're trying to push back into his chest. He's using his hands like a reverse chest press and kind of forcing them out.
I walk up to the priest and I like tugging his sleeve like a 5-year-old and I'm saying, my legs broken.
He's like, well, let me get down from here. And just jumps. And he like nearly breaks his own leg. You notice, you're like, oh well, shit, that was like 4 inches away. He would have broke himself. Old man, like literally like early 70s. You're pretty sure, all late 60s.
How are you feeling now, little chap? I just started talking casually. What was that?
Everyone's just like cheering on. I was just like pacing back and forth.
How much damage have you taken, by the way?
I'm down 16.
Okay, yeah, cool. So
He's a little broken.
So 2 rounds. Ooh, I rolled bad. Ooh. 12.
Yeah,
12 tokens. So two spells, 2 actions,
Thanks, buddy.
12 seconds.
Thanks, rat guy.
Like you feel all of that horrible sensation of things flicking back into place where they shouldn't be forcibly, and then it heals. I'm going to say the 2 rounds do go by. You guys are around a lot of debris and a lot of noise still, but everyone is kind of getting closer to Mitsu's sphere.
Yep. I walk around
the other
side.
Yeah. You watch as you walk around from the other side, you can hear Moki.
Should we just leave?
Yes, I will.
As the group is now surrounding Mitsu's sphere, you're noticing that Moki is literally drenched in blood of coagulated, very dead, very long since dead bodies that are being swallowed by the.
Do you knock out Moki again?
He looks like he's cannibalizing dead people.
I'm going to listen to Peter.
Permeation of curses are only supposed to be on a person. As Mitsu's pulling away, you start to see like ghostly heads and bodies appear out of the ground outside the sphere that he's contained in. And you start to watch as maybe 7, 8, gets to about 15 different ghostly bodies are surrounding the sphere from the outside and look like they're trying to like pull themselves or claw onto it, grab onto it, something like that, before they kind of like fade and then come back out of the ground and reanimate. And you'll see what looks almost like this kind of mini low to the ground vortex of ghostly bodies all trying to enter the sphere where Mitsu is.
Jonathan sees all those ghosts trying to talk. As Jonathan starts to put his hands together, as I will cast Communion with Spirits to talk with these ghosts.
Sick.
Doring.
Oh my god, Dial was really fun. That would be done.
I'm a little worried, alright.
Even I told you an evil goddess.
Well, spirits.
Oh no.
I'm so slow.
Let's not worry about the turn thing, right? You are slow, but like the rounds are kind of progressing. You're definitely noticing Jonathan.
I'm gonna have
energy appears from within Jonathan's hand, but it's kind of very slowly emanating out of him.
What resentments connect you to this man?
I'm really angry.
I got killed by.
A few days ago, I was eating a nice pepper pot, and he killed me. Not very nice. I didn't even get to have the last of it. It's very sad.
I see.
In fact, I reckon I've got some unfinished business.
Alright, so the spirit's allowed to lie.
Who would want to be so, man?
If it wants to, it can be helpful. It's purely up to your kindness for it to be
It's stunned.
It can answer with yes or no, or it can be
Permanently corrupt his soul.
It can be a very quick answer in a short phase, a few words.
Possess him forever. Make him insane. Make all of us. Imagine if all of us said yes.
I hate that.
Every episode, we all like to just beat one of us to death when we get stuck.
My monkey doesn't say for a 12 guy.
Well, I'm insane in 2 ways. It's less than
What does Jonathan say to the ghosts? They look like they're trying to claw into Mitsu's cage, which he's made from
Spirits,
Yeah, open that thing.
what binds you to this man?
Okay. They can lie, so make a diplomacy check for me.
You're good at talking to ghosts.
So you DC 25.
Okay, go.
I may have failed because I rolled that.
So you got like a plus 19, brother.
I have a plus 20. 30.
Okay. You hear from one of the ghosts seems to kind of curve away from the sphere, float up towards you, and just its mouth opens and words come out, but its head doesn't move. Nice. Fuck.
Maybe ghost voice.
That's what he says. Fuck.
Matter on the throat.
What inside you grant in his spirit?
You hear. Okay. We are the energy of the giantess, the daughter of death herself. We are living agents of undeath, made by her, cursed to him.
John, can you get them to open the cage?
Well, I can only ask one question. Unfortunately, I can't speak about your answer.
You see one of them kind of rotating. The one that came up to talk to you kind of just is forced back into this little vortex.
But no, it doesn't require any material costs.
That's true. I do get a free.
You're trying to counterspell an effect.
I'm trying to counterspell this corrupting magic that is growing from the floor with a holy strike my weapon.
Yeah. Can you counterspell things that aren't necromancy?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
If you have a polar opposite or the similar same type of magic, and you could discuss it with DM, and if they say yes or no,
It's not an actual rule.
that is how
It is
counterspell
a
works.
power.
That is.
The counterspell is really weird.
This is Unholy Blight, which is an evocation spell. I kind of get why you can counterspell this.
And the other question is,
Broadly.
can the other party members join? Because I just blessed all their weapons.
They can't see it.
Okay.
They have no sense of that this is a ghostly summoning of energy around.
You could tell us. I feel like if we did that, if this guy breaks out, we wouldn't be able to.
Visibly, the group can see ripples of air like there is a vortex of wind forming around Mitsu's container, but you don't.
Yeah.
They don't look at it like there's scary things coming out of the floor. They look at it like it's Mitsu. They look through. Yeah, it's not that if you have it, you know it, but if you don't have it, you can roll a knowledge arcana check to see if you know it.
Alright.
And this is, as you said, spell with a 15 plus level? You said the
15 plus spell level.
It says here you can only counterspell spell with that spell. So if he had an Unholy Blight, he could cast it and just counter it.
I believe that's what the feature that Grok had, which was basically saying, if I don't know it, I can still counterspell it. It's a very specific feat.
You need improved counterspell feat, which lets him do what he wants to do.
Or you just need dispel magic.
So make your knowledge check. I'm going to let you do that. You might not be able to counterspell it, but you can, and you might be able to counter it in some essence. I want to see what you can do. No counterspell is out of the play right now due to meta reasons, but there's other things. What do you want?
I got a 16, so I did not succeed.
So the worst part about this is that, you know very, very little, other than the fact that you might be able to save some of your friends is in the moment that this magic is, because it looks like it's culminating around the fact that it can't get in. The moment that sphere drops, if you can trigger some divine channel positive energy, that could have some positive repercussions to the situation, activating it simultaneously as whatever is happening in that vortex of wind and around the bubble will happen. It's kind of you just don't know, but you've got an idea that it's unholy, definitely, 100%. Has that same purple energy mist around it, but you're not. But you're seeing it naturally.
It is building up an unholy energy. There might be an explosion. Everyone who's not Moki, hide behind Gundir. He is immune to necrotic magic.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So even Ray steps back.
Cool. So Gundir will lay right next to it, as they'll use Gundir as a little cover.
Here's okay, cool. Behind Gandhi. Are you actually going to go beside Gandhi or behind Gandhi?
I've been standing still like a statue with my knives out for the past 5 minutes.
Okay.
I just immediately move over.
Okay.
Like 2 minutes.
It is now. It's as Ray is starting to walk behind Gandhi just casually. The time you weren't aware of, that sphere looks like it starts to concave on it. It looks for a moment like it wobbles, shrinking a little bit, and then suddenly it disappears. Just sucks in, and then you watch as all of those ghosts that were forming this vortex seem to simultaneously grow louder. You guys will actually start to hear like a as they curl inwards right on top of, or basically culminating around it. So you see the ghosts almost look like they're diving in, but it looks like their hands are outstretched out of their control, being forced into Nitsa. Visibly for all. Jonathan, that's what it was like. There's this deep, kind of almost thunderous tremor sound, and then you feel waves of energy that could be only described as pure suffering emanating. Jonathan, what do you want to do?
So at this time,
Oscar, are you following his orders, or are you just going to say?
No, I'm behind the wolf.
take cover behind Gundir.
The Perdition Soldier is not. He's standing here, but he's got his sword. He's just like right in front of Gundir. He's staying. He thinks he's safe.
I'm sure you might have to felt some sort of protection on me, but that's not. That's
No, the stone is just immune to this.
You want to move it?
Well, he didn't tell me.
I said because Murky can't hide behind Gundir. He's not big enough. He can't do it.
God, I'm protected from this. I'm fine.
It's like walking backwards, basically gets knocked over.
Fucking invincible.
Because there's like this wave of force that kind of emerges as this all happens. Like it culminates.
Negative 10 to strength.
But Jonathan, what magic do you want to activate the moment you see all of the ghosts kind of collide on top of it?
So, funnily enough, my channel energy can't do any damage to anything undead.
There was another flying cleric right next to you.
Only there was. So Jonathan will try to channel energy to slightly counter this. I feel disgrace.
From the real goddess of death to you.
G'day.
Oh, 19 HP.
What's the range of this spell?
As he just blasts it.
Alien ones.
And the priest is also going to do the same thing. So
Yes!
So it's going to negate damage that the spell will deal.
he's going to basically the priest is kind of doing it as an after effect, while Jonathan is doing it at the moment. He's holding that. So yes, I want everyone even including Oscar, to make me will saves.
Oh, shit. Should have had raged beforehand. No, that's
No,
fine.
you did not. This has been about a minute. You would not have been
Got
ready.
20.
Is this mind affecting?
2.
This is not mind affecting.
Shit, I'm just gonna roll and see what I get.
This is not even necromancy. It's evocation,
Holy
but it is considered an evil spell. I don't know if that
Is it a fear effect?
No.
No, it's not.
Alright.
It will make you sick and you fail.
But it is negative
Oh,
energy.
it's sickness effect? Okay.
Oh! Is it kind of the channel energy? But no, probably.
No, it does not.
You said fort save or will save?
A will save.
Wait, curse?
Alright.
Damn.
33.
Okay.
It's the effect of a curse, but it is a spell. Which I will make a spell resistance against Monkey, because it does say yes.
37.
Nat 19.
Damn.
It nearly couldn't have failed. I would have given it a nat
37.
1. Beautiful.
33.
Nat 2.
19.
Alright, and
Gundir though can fail.
18.
Gundir's Yeah, Gundir saves no.
What gun do you get?
He got 14. He fails. But it's reaching necrotic energy, so.
DC 30.
Oh shit, okay.
Cool.
Dial him out.
So anyone who is neutral
Damn.
and not good,
Okay.
so just you, You would take full damage because you're neutral. You take half damage.
Yay.
So you take 34 half to 17.
Nice.
John, because you are considered an outsider, you take a specific type of damage, which is halved. Also, because you're neutral, you can't be sickened, which sucks.
Is this a bow spell, by the way?
This is.
Do we?
You failed?
Yeah, mine failed.
Okay, so you need to roll me. Sorry, 1d4, and that's how many rounds you're sickened.
Where are my d4s? There it is. 3 rounds.
You're sickened for 3 rounds, which means you literally can't do anything. It's equivalent to paralyzed.
Damage.
Whoa.
And you, as Loki, take 34 points of just damage. You take half and no sickened, so 17.
Cool. Yeah.
Gundir, I'm guessing failed.
Yes.
Ray also failed, but as 17.
Cool. Yeah.
Gundir, I'm guessing failed.
Yes.
Ray also failed, but as Ray's walking backwards, he did not have enough HP, so he just falls out unconscious.
So it's just a -2 on pretty much everything. That's not paralyzed.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
I think he was thinking of emaciated.
That's, yeah. Insignia's still pretty devastating. Yeah, he's like a not soon. So, fire damage?
For you, Jonathan, because you succeeded, you took 16 total. Is it 33 halved?
No, Piper?
No, 33 halved.
Yeah. I'm doing Gundir because you take.
Oh, Gundir.
Yeah.
Well, Gundir is just like you, so yeah.
Yeah.
No, the priest heals everyone 26.
Okay.
I rolled it earlier. I just had to remember what it was. Or 28, sorry, not 26.
Okay, back to full health.
Imagine taking damage.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I heal an additional.
I have so much HP, and then immediately just run
But unfortunately, the priest is outside of Ray's field, so Ray's still out. And you watch as Mitsu is starting. You see, like, coming out of what looks to you just kind of like a kind of a little bit of a misty. There's a little bit of black miasma, but it's basically just like a thin layer of mist. He looks like a human. A tall, lanky creature emerging slowly, like stumbling out. Stands just outside of what is basically a veil of mist behind him. You see his eyes are dilated, his pupils are visible. There's a little glow still, but it's not like pulsing bright light.
Oscar's gonna charge him.
Okay.
Strike is now.
As you run in, you notice that there are 5 or 6 large roots that are extending just from his back, so they're not visible as you look at him straight on. And you watch as you run towards him, his front legs, as they walk forward, just slowly like rise off the ground as his back is basically being lifted by extending limbs. You are more than able to make a full set of attacks.
I think one attack moves, but it is a charge.
I'm going to say he took a 5-foot step forward, so that's
Okay.
and I'll reduce him back to normal movements.
Oh, he's a human now?
I'm going to just put
his setup's going.
Okay.
Tristan aka Monarch.
So, this will be another Bane. So Oscar, and he will jump in the air and just try to go for a slash down towards him. Charges +2 to hit. Okay, so that's 28, 29, 32.
Easily.
35, 37,
Automatic numbers you hit.
39 to hit.
D4 fire damage.
I will add it. Also make a fort save for me.
Also, it can double increase.
DC 19.
Oh no. It's a whipping creature.
He is 10 resistant to fire.
Okay. Make a fort save.
16 naturally plus.
Probably 16.
And he's immune to all elemental effects when he's in his form.
That's good.
4 plus 11, so 27.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're punching him, you're trying to knock his ass
This
out.
is a slash. I'm trying to kill him.
We're trying to kill him.
18, 19, 20,
Oscar is
Do one at attack at a time, or just minus 10 from the total.
I've only done one attack.
Cool.
26. No D4. 28. 32. 36 down on that attack.
You easily take a quarter of his HP. You see there's some sort of like magical barrier where as you you slice, you watch as the sword kind of like carves, causing like a magical kind of white and blue sparks to flay as you only just like properly gash. What part of the body are you trying to hit? The neck?
Forehead. So just clean through the face.
You cleanly get like an upper, what's the word? You get a Anakin scar over the eye. It's like magically deflected just, and as he's like, you realize in that moment he was definitely dazed and unaware of what you were even trying to do to him. That sudden shock of pain, you being right there in front of him, stirred him back. But this is kind of in order, because
take him out.
Emmerich, you can go. Mitsu is at the very bottom of the initiative. Oscar goes technically after you, but you're welcome to go.
Jump him.
God damn it, I told you to do it.
You see Oscar just darts,
Run it.
1 foot away, just slices down, magical energy rippling off Mitsu. You run. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, monkey's ass. You want to get
His large.
25, 30, 35?
40.
You don't need to get to 40, but sure, 40.
Go around him. 45.
50, 55?
Man, not that fast. Jesus Christ. It's like 45. Trying to move through his space using acrobatics.
Oh, you want to move through his
That
space? Okay, so you don't.
I'm sure you do.
That's your fourth
Yeah,
one
you
in
can
the
session.
session.
And now that he's kind of conscious, he will.
Thanks. Okay, I'll take all of the other shit you take.
Nice.
This is very strange because it's Mitsu's arm, and you notice that there's like swings out, and you notice that in the motion of his body and his hand being covered by Cicero Emrich's body, the moment you watch Cicero is flung 5 feet back.
Oh, no.
You notice that the arm that Mitsu swung with has become a mix of, looks like bark, that is also iron, and then at the edge of his hand there's like a large stone mitt. So the moment you saw him getting close, there was nothing, there was no reaction. And so it looks like he's just palming him away, but his hand has morphed into 4 different types of material and just smashed Cicero.
Reach.
Yeah, he ends up getting a 20-foot reach with this.
Damn. Second opportunity up here. Manage him.
No, he wasn't. He was not like awake enough. He wasn't like firing at you. He was focused on himself because he has to try and contain what he's doing. But that's 2 plus 12, so 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouchie.
As you are sideswiped. I mean, I think you're still going to get that.
How you guys both in front of me? It's like a 5-foot step.
Because he blocked me.
Well, actually, since you're
Make
allow you to use some space.
Still
I could flank though.
And you're not chaotic, so you realize that your small amount of damage, he's either strongly magically defending himself, or his body is currently in the moment of transmuting itself and changing so that you can't hit it as easily. And it literally doesn't seem like he's consciously doing it. He's not looking at you, and he's not looking at Oscar, who just struck him in the head. He's looking through both of you. What do you do?
Okay, as I'm dodging backwards and still doing a little bit, I will go, sweet dream, and I'll throw my venom dagger in.
Nice.
Nice.
20.
Where did you put that one? Was it?
Well, nearly.
20 just hits. That is his armor class.
I can't do damage, but if he's not poisoned, it's a decent ending.
Nice.
Sweet dreams. He's immune to slime because he's an elf.
Oh, okay. That's fucking... I wouldn't have done that. He's a fucking elf.
You know this. I'm not going to make you do that. But you can still throw the dagger.
Soul Spider Venom.
Alright.
Roll one save.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, he's immune to disease. Nothing about sex. Nothing about poison.
It's actually, you know what? No. Race dogs come. Make it poison.
I did. It took me so long to get that.
I don't know what the name of the poison is because it's.
I'd rather you have it
a creature than an act. DC 20.
David, did you minus 10 from what I gave you?
Yeah.
Don't. Because
There's a plus 4 weapon.
I have a plus 6 weapon when I bet.
Plus 6, even less.
So it bypasses alignment-based resistance.
Yeah. Magic weapons are strong, especially when you give them a plus 4 one.
We have a lot of
like
pluses
it.
going on here.
I like it. 36 damage. That's 40 damage total.
We got
Did you get that second round?
Yes.
Takes 1 point of damage. It's sacred. I did 11 damage.
Oh, sacred.
Yes.
Did Oscar do sacred too?
Oscar did the as well.
Why did he get the plus one?
Sacred damage is as your normal damage.
Yes. I did 1 full damage.
Oh, because you did 11, right?
Yeah.
You're already out of the way.
Nice.
DC 20.
Yeah, I got 23 full save.
It's 5.
Crosses across the cheek. You're surprised that you even hit him, considering how weird his form is right now.
It does.
But you have. You've made the god bleed. Followed by John.
Come there, time to go. Pops on gun there. As the dog brings down its great sword, you straight onto him.
Just like a full, downward string with a really long this dog has to his fucking head. That dog has to bend his head at a very unnatural angle.
The dog just flips through the air, goes corkscrew, and
Yeah, and flattens Jonathan on his back.
Jonathan holds the saddle as he gets spun around.
Oh, you use a saddle?
Yeah, he did. He said he spawned with the saddle.
And he gets in full metal armor.
You should go to feet, that means that you have to use a towel.
Alright, well, the
Saddle's just, I don't like the feeling, you know? I do.
They're kind of going between my legs is a little strange.
Once flesh and blood.
Alright,
I prefer that.
Solid. As always.
How much damage is your wolf going to do?
what's his AC?
20.
20. And if you are
I think on this thing.
a chaotic creature,
This dog is not chaotic.
then you have to take away 10 damage from the total.
Plus 16.
No, that's not how it works. You need a specific ability to bypass alignment-based damage.
You need an aura.
Alright, and this is. Yay, I'm one off. I got a 19.
So the level 3 dog.
Alright, the dog makes it.
What classes do I know how to remember.
Alright. And then Jonathan will.
Trust me.
Oh, I want to
We can't regenerate because of magic.
This man. What the fuck is Alright, I'm gonna cast Dual Touch. Dual Touch.
Is that a touch or reflexes?
I'm going to touch him now.
I want someone who is not me to take an attack of
He
opportunity.
has combat casting, combat expertise.
No combat reflexes.
No combat reflexes?
I don't believe so.
I'm taking an opportunity attack.
Oh no, he does, yeah.
He does?
Yeah, and he's got a 16 dex. So
Oh shit.
Alright, well, for opportunity attack.
That's 4 opportunity attacks.
Talking to the advisor.
I'm gonna fail again.
definitely hits. Definitely. 39.
Yeah, that's.
No, you win.
No, I win.
D10 plus 12!
So you're going to cost a spell?
9! 21 points of damage.
You're going to cost defensively? No, that's not a good idea. Alright, attack him again.
Alright. No, he already did that attack.
But I have.
That was for you moving into a square. Unless this is a range attack?
This is me moving on a mount, so we'd attack Gundyr then.
Is that right?
Oh,
But he attacks your dog and he attacks you as well.
So you can attack
that's
Griffin.
what was attack opportunities then?
I think it's 4.
He's 4.
I've got one more.
2.
I've used one on Cicero.
You have 4.
Yeah.
Alright,
so attack Gundyr.
Defensive cost then, I guess. I don't really. I have the actions to do it.
Okay, so just 21 damage to Gundyr.
Yep. Alright. 21.
If you can defensive cast right now.
Yeah, so defense costing it's 17 plus.
That works. That definitely works, right?
Yeah. Alright, now I'm gonna do a touch attack. What's touch AC?
Okay.
That's important to say if I hit or not.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, definitely. It isn't here, sorry.
What
I thought you were just like, I'm trying to judge range of like you walking closer, but you're jumping off him out, I'm gonna let you have it. Yeah, 15 touch.
Pathfinder's stupid.
Hey, I just succeed.
Because it doesn't come with
Got
a
just
blue
15.
Okay, to be fair, there are some
But
feats
spell
that
resistance.
really-
I know
19.
Or you make it target yourself instead. But
I have to fit knowledge for every roll, so you should be fine.
Final check.
Coolly.
I love that one.
Which is my plus right now? I think I fail. That's 8
Oh yeah, that'll fail.
plus 2. 15. I fail. Nothing.
Oh,
Yay!
another round. Yeah, this.
What's up, buddy? What's up, Dibby? What are you trying to do?
25. Oh, Gandhi, no! And one more person. Oh, gee, I pressed everyone.
Yeah, I did.
Gandhi was a big doozy.
It's a big dog.
They're not
It's also a weird thing.
gonna use the small gunner that you had.
No, because it's showing off the fact that he's got a sword in his mouth.
He's
Not that fucking big.
Now,
He is now that big.
he is now that big. It's just a look.
He's literally this size.
No, I don't get it. It's still
It's that big. When I get mine, stop
Large
my
base.
hand.
You're right.
No, it's a large base.
How dare.
But it still fits.
No.
Gandhi, you got another kill.
He did.
He's claimed so many.
Fine, Gandhi, you can take your original base back.
And that is a gargantuan base.
There it is.
This is a bit big.
He deserves to go against.
He deserves to find peace in his gargantuan.
I know, if it does everything I tell it to do, it's a big gargantuan. But I don't know if it does.
I can't do it. With your sword.
I didn't hit.
Oh.
That dude is not. Turns out it's really hard to hit when you're hitting it with something in your mouth. Especially when you're a dog. That's on the wall.
Turns out when you roll lower than a free, you miss.
Oscar, you hear from beside you. I hope this will make up for it. And oh crap, this might not help you.
He gives it, you know.
He gives you a +4 deflection bonus.
Whoa.
You might already have some, so it just adds whatever.
He has none. You have
Oh, none.
Just 0 AC.
He has 25 AC.
And that's a pretty
Sorry.
Okay, my turn.
Is yours?
I'm going to use my movement action to
Oh no, raise down!
flank.
He's just
That
even notice.
darkness is that an area of
It's
effect?
face down. He was walking away from the sphere when it happened.
Cool. I will free action range.
You old mighty man.
It's a comical series of events every time. He either
My
freezes
rage.
or
How much
falls.
strength is that bonus?
24 HP plus 2 will.
I love how your will save is 3.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, I am going to power attack him.
Well, he's got
Plus overhand chop and vital strike. Which I know is
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Put you back alive, clearly.
I'm using the base, the power attack, that's two-handed. -3 my attack roll. My current attack roll is plus 19.
With the bonus strength.
I will switch action. Challenge, so he targets me.
24, strike and I'm so wrong. That's 40 damage total.
Just give yourself another.
So I gave you 52, take away 12.
Okay.
I would have lived.
Swift action, base challenge, that's it. That's the end of my turn.
And what was it for 50 damage?
51 damage.
That's insane. Oh, but that one you minus 10.
Alright.
That's insane. That's a crazy.
When I power attack, I have a plus 32 to my damage.
Holy shit.
That's only if I do one attack that round.
Yeah.
He has 3 HP.
Nice.
And now it's his turn. And because he received magical damage, he doesn't get regen.
Oh, wait! I've got 2 bleed.
Bleed.
Oh, he's immune to bleed.
No, he's not immune.
Okay.
1 HP, baby. It's his turn.
Where's he?
Because raised down.
Wait, what's this flat-footed? Or does he have a
Flat-footed is 15. Oh, sorry. So flat-footed, no difference, 20.
Right, how was it right down?
There.
Oh, because of the negative energy and because the priest, Jonathan's affected nothing, and the priest was out of range.
It's only like.
The last time, 2 times the priest healed, Ray missed both of them.
What
Oh.
about the prediction?
He got him the first time, but didn't get him.
He was like full health then.
Not including the debris which he had.
Sure.
I think I just deal all of that one.
So like 45 damage and not being.
He's a jerk.
Like 5 damage to him.
You're watching
No one gets ready.
as what looks like hundreds of. It's hard to tell because at first it looks like a few dozen, but it's Mitsu opening his mouth like he's about to scream, cry, yell. Then you see dozens of fingers just. They don't leave his mouth, but you see them just like emerge, like the nubs of fingers filling the inside of his mouth.
Of course. Sounds like an opportunity to attack me.
And then
Your mother.
If he breathes.
you hear this horrible voice that is not Mixo's that emerges and kind of just. The voice is feminine. It is voluminous, yet it sounds almost like on the verge of a whisper.
Careless whisper.
And when that happens, I want everyone to make me a DC 30 will save.
Oh my god, here I go rolling. No, I failed.
This is considered a frightening effect.
It's a mind effect.
Everybody gets plus 1. Succeed.
And everyone gets plus 4 if they're next to me. I shouldn't know that anymore.
No,
I don't check.
Yeah.
I don't have that ability
It's a
anymore.
spell? Probably not. No, it's a natural ability, you said.
Yeah.
Ooh. I check. Can I think
Okay, anyone who automatically succeeds is panicked for as long as you can hear and see what is coming out of Mitzo. The panicked condition. So that's just what you get. I don't even know if you can be panicked. You can't have the condition yet. Did you succeed?
No, but I have a feat that lets me use my intimidation to not be panicked or frightened. So I'm going to do that instead, because I can only succeed if I get nat 20.
Or shaken?
It's only frightened or panicked.
Because shaken is the failure effect. If you succeed, you're panicked.
Panicked is worse than shaken. That doesn't make
So the
sense.
failure causes panic. Sorry,
Okay.
shaken.
I'll roll the first one.
No.
Okay, I failed the save. Now I do the intimidation.
Sorry, Felix, it's shaken. Which you're fine. You don't get that.
What size is meat, sir?
This is medium.
I'm also into that.
Actually, I'd say the traits of a large creature right now. Traits of a large creature.
Okay,
He's growing.
Instead of 47, I get a 43.
Cool, so just shaken. Yeah,
it's nice
can't hear it. So, and Cicero's panicked. Sorry.
You just
You ran away.
That's what panic is.
Yep, the dog's joining you. The dog's running. But the dog's running with me. Else is enough. 16.
You see Mitsu is standing there, like staggered, like he's covered in scars and wounds. He's standing there, you're all in front of him, all of these little hands, and you realize that the fingers in his mouth stretch his mouth open, and from between all of those fingers you see what looks like
Only 50.
a weird, kind of like an eye, just in his mouth. Like the fingers, that all you can see is kind of like the heads of fingers, like the finger nubs reveal a dark black purple eye in his mouth. Also, Oscar, you are top of initiative besides Imric, but because Imric's running, you 100% can gauge this is a curse implanted inside him. Because you watch, it is Mitzo's turn. That was someone else using Mitzo's body. You watch as Mitzo is reaching into his own mouth and pulling out, and you see stretched like 5 or 6 inch. That's totally wrong. About 10 or 11 inch long fingers. He's pulling out like chopsticks from his mouth. It looks like he's gagging on things inside his own mouth, and that voice is kind of echoing out. I know where you are, and I know what he is planning. We are they. We are not to be stopped. And that's kind of the last word that emerges, but there are still 2 rounds of speaking before that effect ends. You are able to go and end the voice before it can go any further.
39.
You're there.
40.
So 1 HP. I mean, you can.
Yeah, no, I mean,
You're gonna just kill him.
I'm just rolling yes.
All right.
They all hit.
Oscar believes in kill. Other questions?
As soon as he starts speaking, Oscar kicks Miso onto the ground and shoves the blade into his mouth. deeper and deeper, whips it out, mounts him, and just starts slamming, just like concave in, making a crater underneath his like skull.
Don't into a fire, Oscar. Oscar,
I crushed the thread and now your face smashing your
Oscar, you
face.
could have given us great information about what's going on. The monologue is
Oscar, by the way, reveals, and there is a thick purple, like it's not a liquid, because you realize it's like slowly vaporizing off of his knuckles. It sounds like his hands are hot enough to be burning purple liquid off his knuckles.
That's done.
Oscar, I wanted to hear the monologue so I could know what the fuck was going on.
It's just some godless bitch.
Yes, she is quite young. But that's no reason to not listen to her so we know what she's up to. She's clearly gloating because she thinks she's already won.
Okay, the priest. One more rating. This one hits straight. 20 points of healing, plus not including bonuses you will receive.
Better dead than speaking more.
Right, well, give me the corpse. I cast Restore Corpse, so Meester's corpse. Comes nice and smooth.
The head just falls.
Oh my god.
That horrible sound of it literally being air that's forcing the bones to reform, culminate, and then somehow the muscle tissue left inside of his face is holding the fractured bones together.
Just make sure you don't resurrect him.
Did you know that? So he was the king of this country, you said.
Shut
Is that right? The Shadow.
He called himself that.
Alright. Jonathan will touch him as a string of this white glow leave his finger as he'll start threading it into his body. This takes 7 minutes, so this will be a long time. But Jonathan's just touching it and
just
spreading the string.
Okay.
It's not to me the death. I'm gonna
String? I think I'll sanctify corpse on it.
Okay, doesn't do anything. I'm not raising this dumb dead.
Good. Just make sure.
But as you guys are sanctifying the corpses,
But it's still dead.
you have,
Or he's just sitting down, going over the event, going,
you can see he's got a very beautiful, ornate-looking cloak that's wrapped around. It looks very frayed and kind of broken, but very, very fine and elegant. A headband, which looks to be like an ornate piece that is concaved into his skull. There was a small fractured purple gem there, mostly broken at this point. A few rings on his fingers, some braces that look to be ornately made of a gold or brass. He looks to be, regardless of what you want to do.
I'm gonna take that braces off.
No, I have a problem that I must
on the
admit.
defense. Can I have
We
it?
must find that book of vile darkness that we were dealing with before
Yeah, it's on the way.
to make sure it's
I'm
still
not
here.
on it.
I have started to develop some connections to summon an angel that can take it over so we can get rid of it for good.
What happened to my siblings?
They fell from a high place and most likely died.
You see the priest, I think that he points to the series of one building that ruined before you. He said, I saw one of their bodies laying under the rubble there.
My condolences. They fought to their
They
eight.
fell when the meteor shot hit, right?
Show me where the bodies are.
Oh, actually, so the meteor shower happened while they were still in the air, but then it was dispelled one round later.
Okay.
I'm just imagining that one just has like a giant like
As a hoof through his chest.
one has a footprint and it's just a pellets for one.
Yeah, I was gonna like just sort of go into the direction they just said and try to find them.
You find, sorry, can you work this?
I was going to ask about the scrolls.
Yeah. They were floating in his hand at one point.
My
I
God.
think some of the dragon.
Never played any distance.
Oscar slowly realizes the priest nearly did step on breaking a few fingers of something that he thought was wood. You clearly realize it's the leather wrapped glove that Leif has, connected to a severed arm apart from a body, but then you don't look very far before you see that arm and a part of the shoulder where it was connected to has been pulverized, ripped through, like something has squashed it. Roughly, that big, separating the arm from the body. And you notice also that there is basically most of Leif's head is severed from the neck, but it's still like there's about 2 or 3 inches of muscle tissue holding the neck at a horrible angle of nearly a full 160-degree bend. It's like he landed on his side and his neck just broke and basically ripped off most of the way.
I think Oscar will just spend this 30 seconds just staring.
And then you see the priest. As after that 30 seconds, you're kind of snapping out of it. You're hearing your friends in the background trying to talk to you, or just trying to talk, and you can't understand it. You look to your right, and you see the priest is holding, now missing both her left leg and left arm, your sister. One side of her basically her right eye and right side of her forehead is concaved in.
There's still a good chance that if I get them to the small defended part of the city, maybe the temple courts, they will have a mage strong enough to bring her back. I see. You found the other.
Would you like me to restore that corpse? Just put it next to me and I can make it look...
I will bring it to you, Joel.
Starts to walk away with the body of her sister.
Start on the side, just cast restore corpse as it fully forms back.
Okay, so even the wounds that were ruined in battle, her what is it called? Wrung out towel of an arm. Full.
It's like an empty sausage. Sausage.
It's very helpful. When you're alive, your normal energies protect you from magic like this. However, since you're dead,
John.
it's free reinstated.
Say another word.
Right. Well, my other word is we need to go to Miso's area. The Book of Wild Darkness is gone, and we're in danger.
Miso was the one protecting.
You're right. For the mission. Let us continue.
You see, as most people probably heard and saw, Oscar's just gives a little chuckle as he looks down at his dead brother and then steps away.
Just give me 10 minutes and then I have my way to get into his room.
I'm just next to him. I'll look at the body, trying to search it for scrolls, not trying to disturb his work. I don't find anything, I assume.
On Mitza's brother?
Yes.
You find a ring.
Oh,
a ring that looks as magical as
He wasn't wearing? If he's wearing a ring, I'll take off all his rings.
if you're looting him, please touch his clothes so they all
You
disappear.
find a few more common rings, but no, there's one ring.
Oh, that's right. If I hold stuff, they get crap.
Yeah, you can't touch them.
Well, you do touch a few non-magical rings and they crumble to dust in your hand, but then you touch one and you're like, oh, it's not crumbling. Interesting.
Oscar is going to
Yeah, magic detector.
take off the ring of protection that he gave Leif
Okay.
and just put it back on.
It's a little bloody, but it works.
Yep.
After a while, Miso's body rises up.
As it rises up, you realize that there is there's some small amount of reflective glass-like material that rolls down his leg and out underneath the pant leg onto the floor.
You pick it up.
You see, one decent-sized sapphire, two decent-sized diamonds, and one emerald.
Gems.
Be the mostly out where his dick was.
Yeah, pretty much like literally using the pant line to keep a few gear.
And as Jonathan has to keep moving his hands like this, as these invisible faint threads of light, that if you have a perception of 25 plus,
Nope.
you'll be able to see it.
Emmerich.
So only Cicero and Emmerich. Emmerich and I think
They are different people.
Oscar can see it as well.
Are you trying to eye?
Yeah.
Which one?
Is your perception over 25?
Yes.
It would be 25 passive.
Yeah, okay. Then you would see that Jonathan has a pure string on this corpse.
Yeah.
That's just faintly showing him.
11 passive.
As now he is a corpse puppet.
Okay.
As Jonathan starts speaking for him. From this, I can talk for every corpse. I can have around like 25 of these at once. Pretty helpful. Also, the range can go up to 2,500 feet. I can recreate crowds. I can recreate events. Very helpful for condemning heretics. However, to bypass magic, this guy will be our way to get through Saint's defenses.
I think that's a great idea.
The question is, I don't remember where it is.
They are Spurs.
All right.
When
That's the push-up, sure. Okay. You're going... Is there a specific place you're trying to do this at, or are you just going to do it here?
We're just gonna head to Miso's
Okay.
area. If nothing.
do we know where he lives?
Yeah. We've been there before.
I think only two, Ray and Cicero at the time, went in and checked into Mitzo's tower.
I'm not back, brother.
Jonathan was there, but he was a rock. So he looked.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You were.
Rock time.
He was watching, I think.
I think you were just his son, and you just.
Yeah.
And you might have not gone. I don't remember.
He helped with sealing the book of the dead.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're describing information. Yeah.
How many teleported into his house then?
Oh yeah, that's why he teleported.
So the
That's
only,
why only Oscar would do it.
so only Oscar has been the one to be aware that Imric has run and kept running, and just doesn't come back.
How many rounds is an Oscar? Forever.
Until you can't hear it anymore, which it was only active for about 3 rounds.
Oh.
I haven't come back for a while.
Jonathan finishes a 10-minute long ritual, binding silver strings around Mitzo's body.
But since I'm using the Holy Idol as a summoning condition, the silver string is made out of nothing, of mana.
Sure, yeah.
Sorry.
It's ethereal energy.
It can be cut. You can see it. With a hit point of 5 HP, and it needs to be magical.
Cool.
I'm just telling you this, just so all the rules are set up now
Yeah.
for later on.
If someone tries to stop you mid-wish.
Yeah.
Because I guess that's how it works. It would just be cut the string. Most of your 10-minute ritual would go down a bit. Right, but you do finish it, and what happens with Mitzo's body?
Mitzo's body rises as Jonathan controls him, as he starts getting used to how his body moves, and then starts remembering his old ways as he becomes slowly more human-like in his movements.
He's very lanky compared to just like he's just a lanky guy. He's about 6'1", so he's not that much different from. He's a few inches taller than you. So
And then Jonathan remembers that humans have heartbeats and remembers the form. Oh, it's no.
his magic that runs through his veins is very different from humans. You don't have it innately.
He's like, oh right, he's an elf. His ears are a bit longer.
His ears are longer, and he's literally
The
a battery
heartbeat's
for
a bit slower.
battery for the magic energy of this place. Yeah.
Shall we head off then?
Where's Imric?
I think you ran off. The fear magic must have got through.
Did the dog end up following him, or did the dog just stop and then?
I realized the dog was muted the whole time.
It's because it's your stuff.
It joined running just to keep him company.
Yeah, I guess it
Just followed him for
I ran into a small alleyway where he can't follow me.
200 feet.
Yep.
It can go into any alleyway in Kings Bay because an alleyway is only 20 foot wide.
Okay.
That's a big alley.
It's the thinnest alleyway in the city.
I stealth away from him. I still let him see me.
It doesn't.
Okay, that's
Stop
glad.
caring.
Great, thanks.
You do turn a corner and it would have chased you down the main street because your sister was basically boned to that dog. One big bone.
I'm gonna bone your dog.
Alright, nice.
You know what they say about dogs like bones?
We
Sure, baby.
follow your path as you begin to head towards the air spires.
All of us are heading towards the S-Path, right?
Everyone's heading towards the air spires, and Ray catches up behind you. Just
Oscar's gonna wait behind for like a minute or two.
a minute or two. You hear as Ray runs up ahead, kind of towards Jonathan, away from you. He's like, what has even happened with you guys?
Let's just say we've compromised ourselves a bit.
You're gonna have to tell me everything while we walk, okay?
Alright.
Oscar.
We'll do that next.
We explained everything to him, and we'll never explain it to him next session.
Oh, yeah.
You will just completely ignore it.
Depends like what happened, guys. We already told you, you know.
You know.
I died, but as well.
I think he's still stunned a little bit.
You just left the bodies there. I mean, both your brother and sister. One is in better condition than the other.
I think he tries to pick them up and then realizes that's not going to go anywhere. He will place them down, make them look comfortable.
You're about 10 feet away from a massive pile, a cart filled with rotting bodies. All bodies kind of in the same area, ready to be collected and moved. It's not a grave. It's worse than a grave. It's a pit.
I think he's caught between wanting to scream and wanting to throw up.
Do both.
I think he probably does a bit of both.
Just like not even proper vomit, just like the backwash, the bile you spit out. It sours your throat. You cough. You start to cry just from the sudden backwash. You're not even, you don't want to cry. You just feel physically ill for moments.
He will place that small white cloth with the symbol of an 9 on it between our hands, and he will just say, I will follow you into the next life. Find me. I'm sorry. And then he will catch up with the group.
What's your perception back?
25, so 15.
Well, yeah, plus 15.
Okay.
Sneak attack, go.
So wherever Imric is, you watch the party just trail away from you. Definitely walking in the opposite direction of you left, but I mean you can turn back. And you journey towards the slanted, still only remaining structure left. It's like looking at the G1 of the Gold Coast, just an enormous tower, an enormous conglomeration of towers.
In Missouri.
That is all that is left of a city burnt in charge to the ground. Metropolis. And
Megapolis.
that word. And Mitso, Felix, is walking.
Yes.
Okay.
Jay walking.
He's walking.
That's not like this.
Are you sharing kind of like conscious, like you're walking consciously and he's walking consciously through you?
I am controlling his movements.
Cool.
Every action. So I am using my action and move action to move. So I'm not walking at a fast pace.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Cool.
So we're just going to fight people.
So as if there was nothing wrong with the situation from before, Mitso is joining you in the
Mitso
party.
looks human-like as he's walking. Like, he was never dead at all.
Yeah.
And he's moving.
Yeah.
He seems to have this fake breathing, which may seem a little bit off if you were insightful enough.
Well, luckily he's still got some remains of a mage's dress, which kind of it's pretty flappy. It kind of covers that whole how much man tits does this elf have? Well, you can't tell because of the wind, but you also can't tell he's breathing, and from a distance he looks alive. But after the events, you know what happened. We end with a large-looking piece of glass. It's stained, and it looks to be cracked in about 12 different places. And it stares at those spires. The little glass reflects the spires in the direction it's pointed. And from the northern mountains, a giant watches carefully and waits. We'll end the episode there.
Bigger they are, harder they fall.